Question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouting. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
What you doing over there, Riri?
Hey, I'm trying to breathe and trying to rest. Something done jumped on me. It's trying to tear my tail up.
Oh, I figured that. I figured that when I ain't see you. You feeling better? Feeling better? I'm gonna get that sea moss to you today. I got
Okay. Yes, thank you. That's all I'm gonna be drinking, sea moss and water. I got a week until New York and I don't need nothing stopping me. And I was like, ain't this a biatch? So I'm taking my zinc, my magnesium, and my elderberry. I drink my sea moss and water. And we will eradicate whatever is trying to attack my body and my immune system. I'll be
yeah.
straight. I got a whole week. It's my asthma stuff. So yesterday I drank this mullet tea, right? They're supposed to help. It's supposed to help stuff in your lungs. It's a mullet tea. It's an old tea. You can't drink no more than 2 cups of this tea a day.
Mm,
So I brewed me some and it tore my tail up. I'm like, what is in this mullet's tea?
yeah.
But
Tea at
it
work.
had me coughing up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, tea at work. Trey, how you feeling, King?
Shit, I'm all right this morning for real. Um, doing a lot of thinking about little different things that I want to make happen this year. Um, and some of those things that are happening. So just focus on keeping my mind clear. Really,
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep, me too, Trey. Me too.
been
Mm-hmm.
a rough year. Slicky, how you feeling over there, boy?
What's up, Slicky? I seen your comment here. What's up, Slicky?
Yeah, he about to go the whole month of February without getting suspended. I think he might make it.
Look, I asked Slicky last night. I said, Slicky, can you come over here and take care of me? I said, I need help. I said, I really do. And Slicky just laughed at me. He said, I'm gonna come over there and punch you in your eyes. I was like, Slicky.
He said that'll
He was
fix it.
like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what he said. I was like, Slicky, I kept coughing. And Slicky was like, I'm gonna come over there. I'm like, Slicky. He said, if I was around you, you wouldn't be sick. If I was around, I'm like, yeah, I
gotta
think I
take the
would.
energy. Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta be
Uh,
careful. Gotta be careful. It might be something out here. Slicky said it's a poison. They got something might be in the sky. I don't know. I heard it bird flu. A bunch of stuff supposed to be going around. But
But
mm,
like I said, when we drove the road, though, the cloud was on the road. The
What's
fog
up,
was
Chop?
that thick. Hey, shout about, is anybody in the gate for Roanoke? Anybody under the weather down there?
oh
Let's
yeah,
see.
you was out there.
He was out there
Yeah, I
too.
gotta
Let's
ask David Green how he feel. Cause David kept coughing. And I looked at him, he was like, something just went down my throat. I said, no, David, that don't sound like, because he all of a sudden just kept coughing and coughing. And then, lo and behold, I was okay Sunday. Then yesterday evening, last night, I started coughing. And y'all could tell I didn't feel good yesterday when I was on the show. Baby, I had drunk some of that mullet tea, and I was like, oh, I'm about to fall out.
he said he not sick.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's good. That's
Got
good. I
Kenny
gotta
here.
ask.
What up, Red?
What's up, Ken?
Yeah, we gotta be
That's
careful.
okay.
Can it be though? Y'all think it's the
But
food out here? Can it be in the air? What the world can it be? Because a lot of people not feeling too good. They a little under the weather. It's just weird.
yeah, shit, I don't know.
Yeah, but most of the people I know that's not really feeling too good, they talk about it a lot. So you gotta be careful with that, Riri. Don't make yourself sick. They get coughing. Hold up, you sick? You might it get you to thinking like shit, and it can happen. I don't know. That's my belief. I think
I
you can
really do
use the
believe
mind.
the placebo effect. I definitely believe in that shit.
Yeah, yeah. You can use it and
Chop.
make you healthy too. What up, LA?
Yeah, I'm about to get healthy, get my sea balls.
Yeah, I
My
got
little
you.
brother gonna come and give me the sea moss attack. That in water. I'm getting all the kinds, the living entities.
Y'all make sure y'all let fresh air in y'all house every once in a while too. Cause I
Yeah,
had
we do. Every
I
time we play spray
my window.
down Lysol,
Yeah, just to get some fresh
open
air,
up
some
the
new air.
patios. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I went out yesterday to the doctor. I would had to go out to go back to the eye doctor yesterday. And my
Okay.
aunt Pam was over here yesterday. She was helping me. Because when I stood up, I almost had I was like, my blood pressure must be a little low. I don't know what the fuck. And she was like, oh, Reese, she's like, you don't look good. I said, I'm fine. I said, I'm going to get to this damn doctor, to this eye doctor.
So they can
And she
come out
stayed
fight the
with
power.
me.
Power.
Fight the
She,
power. Hey, y'all know what the day is. Reese do it every other week. It's what y'all watching Wednesday. Uh, we're gonna do it probably a little different today until a couple of people pop in. Cause there's a lot of stuff people I always hear them say they put the real in the movies and the fake in real life. I want to know what's some movies that y'all watch that y'all feel like it ain't just a movie. It might be some realistic to it.
a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I know Reese probably seen a few. We can start with you, Reese. You can let us know something that you watch that you know it ain't just a movie. They telling us something.
I watched that show, Serviet, where the people forgetting about what they did at work. And this it's kind they was at a lab, and it's kind of weird because a lot of people, you ask people on the hubble, well, what you do today at work? I don't know. They don't know any like particular some agencies.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's tough. I don't know. They might do it. If some of y'all ain't watch it, it's called Severance. That joint good. It's on Apple TV, and they got
Yeah,
basically an innie and an outie. The innie is the person. It's still you, but it's the part of you that go to work. And so when you leave work, the part of you that's out of work don't know what happened at work. Oh, he just know what happens on the outside, so they call him an outie. So they find a way to merge their mind back together, so they can know what's going on the inside and the outside. Because on the inside they treating them badly, but on the outside they believe that they treating them good and they helping them get past their past trauma. So it's a good movie, but I think it's some real listening to it too, Reese. Why you think so?
because like I said, a lot of people we are little computer, little androids. We are little machines, and we like cookie cutter. We do what they tell us to do. Sometimes our mind we don't think about some of our jobs. We don't have to think outside the box. We just do the same thing every day. Stamp this, put this on, like working in a factory. Some of us.
Factory babies. Kenny talking about I Robot is real life. That was gonna be the movie I named, Kenny. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So he just man, I got
Did
that's the first one because they got real live robots walking around and rich people buying. So I was definitely gonna say,
Molly, there's a video I can pull it up called Consultant. Did you see the trailer for that?
Nah. I ain't
It's
see
on
I ain't
Amazon
none of
Prime, and
mhm.
that looked like life right now. I thought that was about Elon Musk. He's the consultant, and he was running the company. He was going through firing the people. He fired one man because he didn't like the way he smelled. He said, "Everybody, let's take a moment of silence." He said, "Because such and such is fired." I said, "Oh, I gotta watch this movie.
Oh,
I
man.
gotta. It's a see if you can find the trailer to that. The trailer looked like it's gonna be good. But how many times have we seen really good trailers and the movie be some bush
a lot. The number
a
one
lot?
movie in the world. I'm like, hold up. Y'all just said about the last movie y'all just showed. Like,
Yeah.
crazy.
Like
Niggas is
Uncut
crazy.
Gems with Adam
Voodoo
Sandler. I thought that
chicken.
was gonna be a really good movie. And that
What?
kind
You
of
ain't
stuff.
like that?
It was all right, but I
Man,
was expecting more.
I don't
Yes,
know.
on
You was
my in my messenger.
that joint was like that.
Follow you.
You not in
Yeah,
the sports
that
world, so you wouldn't. Of course, you wouldn't like it. You don't understand what's really going on. Like, but that's my world right there. That's what I used to do for a living. I don't do it no more. But
it
managing
was a
ball
book.
players and stuff like that, it was real. They get into gambling and stuff. You gotta keep them
And
out
he
of their
was in it
own trouble.
bad. He was
Yeah,
in it bad. Remind me of David Gray. Where you at, David? I'm always messing with David. But David know he my man. David know he my little brother. And I love him. I love him too with his heavy foot.
not with his
He
heavy
know it.
foot.
But you know a movie that was really good, and I was surprised that I liked it as much as I did. I saw it 3 times. That
One
was Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck played the he was
That
it's like he was like a Rayman assassin. What was the name of that movie? Was that Consultant too? Or Assassin?
don't give
He
me
was
the.
he was that was awesome.
You
And
talking
I
about the
was like,
accountant?
what?
He played the accountant.
Yes, that movie.
Oh, okay,
That
yeah.
was good. You didn't like that?
Nah, I ain't get to watch it yet.
That was good.
Watch.
Like I said, I had watched that joke 3 times because I was like, what? I was like, he is an autistic person. Get tearing them people ass up.
He said that
I was like,
every.
wow.
Y'all heard of
He,
that before?
what?
The Everything Man.
Yeah.
I thought he was calling you the Everything Man.
Oh, I thought you was talking about a movie.
Oh,
Slick, what you talking about?
I
Yeah, I just looked it up. Everything, man. I never seen that one.
I never, yeah, heard of Everything Man track.
What is that on? Is that on Netflix or Prime?
Oh, I
Yeah,
understand.
I think Avatar is real. I think it's they talking about melanated people, how they invaded our lands and our secret places, cut down our trees and trying to take over. As me, Pocahontas. I think they be putting a lot of messages in a lot of these little movies. Like this, what happened. I was like, this. I can be wrong though, but
I feel
I
you.
I,
be
l-
thinking that.
I like the fact that he couldn't walk, but in his skin in that avatar, he could walk and do everything.
Yeah, they transfer his conscious to
Mm-hmm.
a whole nother being.
Which is the thing they're trying to do now.
Yeah.
Transfer consciousness to a human sleeve.
Yeah,
I
cause
would say,
what track? Okay. Oh, that's Riri playing something in the back. Riri something in the background playing.
if anybody has watched They Clone Tyrone, I think that was a real good one, talking about the entertainment, the food, the different ways we're poisoned by our consumption. For real, I think that was a good movie.
Yeah, I like that joint, cloning Tyrone. And
Yeah,
at the
Tyrone,
end was like, shit, that still ain't the real. Like, this
you
shit is crazy.
it was still, yeah. So,
I like that one.
mm,
It's too
Yeah,
many.
everybody was saying that
for real.
that was good. How they did the food make us crazy, and I do believe they drug the food and to control us. It remind me of Black Dynamite. Remember, they was trying to put the drug in the malt liquor. They was joking to shrink up the man's what you call what was that liquor in Black Dynamite? They was talking about the food and beverage industry.
Yeah, I don't know what they doing. I know they been investigating what all that money been going, and they found out all these people getting Social Security, and the age just don't make sense. Some of these people 131, 255. Somebody was 300 years old. So I'm like,
Get
even
out of
people
here.
in
They ain't
Miami.
nobody living.
Yeah, I'm like
They be on
even
the news.
exactly. I'm saying even they lying and been stealing money using these people, or they don't figure a way to transfer consciousness. So which one we gonna believe? But there's no way that it can't be either one for this to actually be documented. Like ain't no way there's 1,000 some people out here that's 200 plus years old getting Social Security every month. Like this is weird. So I think they stealing. But if they found a way, I don't put it past them. You gotta look up this stuff they call a sleeve. You can buy a sleeve in case something ever happened to you. They can transfer your conscience into it and it
Yeah,
can still be like you. And I said, this shit is weird.
Now who
they,
could afford that?
it's a clip that I seen where they were doing previews of it. And they were
Who,
showing it. But I forgot where it was at. But they were doing previews of it and allowing people to have a little mini conference and show them the sleeve, uh, and the texture of the skin, how you can get the sleeve done, and you're supposed to be able to. It's a real company too, and you're supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be able to put your consciousness to it. A chip placed in the back of the sleeve's head, and you're supposed to. That's supposed to be the new you in that sleeve, so you can live forever.
oh, that's what they said that Donald got a chip in the back of his head.
Shit, him, Elon, probably all they ass. I don't know who them people probably.
Yeah,
I
right.
wouldn't play me. I put on a mask and play a character so y'all never know who I'm really is so I can
Yep.
enjoy life when I'm outside the suit. But
Yep.
it do make you look at certain things. They got all these alien movies and now they coming out saying UFOs are real. Now in the news all they talk about is that and stuff in the sky, planes are going down. They talking about it and I'm like this is so weird. So I don't know. Is it truthful to ETs now? Because now they're saying it is, but at one point it wasn't. So I'm like, which one is? Because the movies always said it was.
They always had an Area 51, Roswell. They always had that. And the
That was
people that seen it, They made them think they was crazy.
Yeah.
Close
Josh said
Encounters.
Josh said Get Out was one of
That
them.
was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Get Out. That was big right there. What you think some little symbolisms was in there, Riri? What did you pick up out of that movie?
Hypnotizing, where you could be having a cup of tea and they talking to you and hypnotizing you at the same damn time, and you didn't even know you hypnotized. You're conscious. That's like you out of your mind. That's really something to think about. You in your body, you seeing something out of your body. I would go crazy too if I saw something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
um I think that it was show, like the power black people have, like how the average black person really doesn't know how much their organs, their melanin and stuff is sold for in the black market, and how um I think white people secretly seek the power that black people have, and black people aren't even aware. So black people are trying to fit in certain circles that they really don't belong in, but the people in those circles are harboring on them for what they have. You know, like
Mm.
Adrena,
Wow.
that like people, you know, you don't know that you valuable like that, but people around you know more about you than you do yourself. Is what
That
I
was
think.
his girlfriend, right?
Yeah, that was
And
just
she was setting him up. His friend was trying to warn him, and that's what it seemed like in life. A lot of times when people blind and they programmed or something, it's always that one person trying to wake them up to it, and they never can until it's too late. And it seemed like we got our shields up. I think I'm part of it too. I think a lot of us programmed to a lot of these things that got we don't know it, and we got to get out. Like I know I'm into sports. If they showing a NBA All Star, that shit terrible. Every year it get worse. But for some reason I'm programmed to watch the shit. Like I'm going to watch the dunk contest. I'm like, damn, this shit is weird. It's other people that can care less about sports at all, and they the ones who run the world. But Get Out, that's a big one, because it did show the friend that was trying to tell him something just don't feel right. That's that intuition. Like you gotta listen sometimes to the inside of you. Like nah, and he ignored it all because all he seen was that girl, and that let you know men are blind by love. Women sometimes blind by love, and a lot of people are loyal to their family. So they family into some evil shit, and they still tight with them. Most times they gonna adapt those things too. It ain't that they bad people, really. It's just that they was programmed to be that way. That's what made them. But I don't think everybody born bad. Nobody born bad. They programmed and raised to be that way. So I like Get Out. That was a good one, LA. Y'all got any more out there for us?
um
Lovecraft Country. That was a good one too.
Said love.
Lovecraft Country. It was a series with HBO. Jordan Peele directed that.
What that one about?
That was about like they was back in I want to say the 50s, back in that area, and there was a cult of witches, and they was taking black people and sacrificing and taking their energy, and their essence was magic, and they was it almost looked like they was vampires because they was raising these animals. They called them dogs, and it was born from a cow. These little I guess
Yeah.
guardian animals. What it was wild. It was
Um,
it was wild. If you watch that series, you ain't gonna have no choice but to it gets you. Lovecraft Country. I would tell anybody watching. My boy that played Omar was in there. He was in there.
they
the
play
Dawson dude,
Omar.
the Dawson
Yeah, yeah.
or the one with the scar across his face.
Michael
Unfortunately,
something.
he passed. I think like 2 years ago, or a year ago.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
this was one of the last uh things that he did. I think with Lovecraft Country.
Hmm.
Because
I
in
would
the
say,
movie he died in the show too.
mm,
At the end, was that him that died at the end? No, it was his son. At the end,
I
it
would
was
say,
it was good. Courtney
uh,
Vance was in there. Y'all know Courtney Vance is good, but it was some old. It was like it was like some old Ismy shit, some old root shit, like they, with the roots and stuff.
Mm,
Not
Roots,
Not,
root,
Roots, Roots, a
not,
good one. Everybody named Roots.
which
I've
one? The
never
old
watched
one
Roots.
or the one that they redid?
Yeah, shit.
I've never seen Roots.
Well, you ain't see the original Roots?
Mm-mm.
Damn, we was forced to see that shit like every year.
Cool.
Like, and we had to write about it, book reports, and
Every
all.
year around Easter.
Hated that.
Okay. I never
Yeah.
watched it before, you know.
You can go back and watch it now. You probably laugh now.
They
Oh,
made us watch Ben
That's
Hur,
why I don't watch it for nobody
the
because I
Ten
know
Commandments.
I already seen certain scenes. I'm like, oh no.
yeah. Nah, it was good though. I like Toby. Though. He's like whatever that he went Kunta. Kunta he refused to let them change his name. Like Kunta was like, nah, nigga, this Kunta Kinte. I was like, damn,
But you
that's
know the
good.
only thing that kept him to stop running is when Belle had the baby and he didn't want to leave Belle and Kizzy. He had, if I believe if Belle didn't get pregnant, she told him, "You gonna be a daddy. You stop running for they kill you." And I
Yeah.
think that made him like, because they cut off his foot, he still gonna run. He said, "I still gonna
Okay.
run. I still
Yeah.
gonna run."
And they was Muslim. They was praising to Allah, and they was praying like Muslims. They couldn't get caught praying, but they was praying to Allah like the same way the Muslims and them pray. So I was like, dang,
Yeah.
when I was younger, I didn't peep that. When I got
Yeah.
old, I peeped that everything in that movie, they was Muslims. And how in the world, even them watching that, they didn't realize that they shouldn't be Christians. I was weird at that because I get they figured that, okay, this was a slave movie. But outside of that, nobody picked up that how Kunta was praying and stuff. Like it was nothing the Christian way at all.
I'm gonna
And they was
watch
getting punished for
that.
that. Yeah, yeah, it
But
was
but
crazy.
the
Watch
but the
it.
thing about that, the next generation die out, the old generation die out, and if the old generation ain't taught the younger generation, that ritual would die out. Cause Kizzy didn't know nothing about that. By the time Kizzy came along, they was Master. What was his name? Master Dick something. They they was they was doing what he. Now I cried when they took Kizzy. They sold Kizzy. No, mama, no.
See,
That was that
man,
that made me cry every time I think about that. Cause Kizzy was, she was a little girl playing a 14-year-old, I guess. And
says American History X. It took for him to go to jail for a hate crime to get raped by his own people, then a black man to be his friend to make him see being taught evil his whole. I'm sorry. See he's been taught evil his whole life by someone that didn't give a damn about him. Hmm.
Yeah,
who was that?
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Once they found out the truth, they get rid of him. Same thing with Martin Luther. Once he found out the truth and he started to tell the truth, they said, "Oh yeah, it's time to get rid of him. It's
Yeah.
time to get rid of him." But there's a lot of truth in these movies. I think we look into them.
The ass
I
cut
know.
his
Was that? Because
he cooked the ass cut his foot off. Damn.
yeah, that was sad. I mean, it
Yeah.
ain't it ain't true, but it's a lot of history into it. I ain't gonna go too far, but it is Black History Month, so it was good to speak on a little bit of it. I like Star Wars.
Every day is Black History.
Star Wars tells it all. Like you see, they got
The
Clone
Force.
Wars. Yeah,
The,
everything
if
they
if the
fight
Force
on.
was the Force supposed to be evil? Because Darth Vader had the Force with him.
Nah,
Because the
for
Force be good or bad.
the dark side is even Force can be good or bad. It depends on you. It's the same thing when you got free will to be what you want to be. You can be good or bad. But I just was weird that back then they was already talking about machines and then they was building clones. And then when they got to the point they ain't need the clones no more, they let them live like regular people. and the clones can live up to like 125 years old. They had an age, like a cap on how long they can live, and they can still have kids and reproduce and all that. And they just let them stay along and build cities. But before they was created, they helped fight wars against each other. One God's created their clones, the other ones created their clones. At the end of the war, they didn't want to just wipe out all the clones they created, so they let them live on Earth as
Mm.
regular people and reproduction and build. I said, this shit is crazy. They were talking about that long, long ago, and now they out here trying to build clones, make
Yeah.
clones of people. I said, this shit is weird. They
Think
probably
about
been doing
that
it,
in the
but
70s.
they be talking about that way, way back then when Star Wars first came out. Like, that was crazy. Talking about galaxies and different dimensions, and this old, it's new to us, but it's old to them, and they been putting it in the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Buckaroo Banzai. I like that movie.
Hmm.
That was a good another Galaxy movie. Just like Battlestar Galactica.
John Q.
That was old with
They said cute. Hmm.
Star Trek.
Yeah, I got a new one out now.
I think any
All
Matrix movie was, always
The
beyond me.
Matrix,
Yeah,
man.
that was something that I was so jam packed that I had to keep watching the movie for a long time. Well, the different ones had to keep watching them for a long time to pick up on what they was putting down with a lot.
Yeah, Matrix got so much in it. Neo being the one
Yeah.
spit Neo backwards anyway. I was like, God damn. Like,
Oh,
God of Dreams. Morpheus was playing it. Like, this is crazy. That is the real God of Dreams. Like, everything they was talking about Trinity. It's
yeah,
like, damn. Like,
everything was
he,
subliminal messages.
yeah, he died and came back. Neo, like, this is crazy. Like, it was crazy. And it's tied into Terminator. There's a lot to go on with it. But,
yeah.
I'll be
or,
back. Future Clone
yeah.
Wars. Go back in the past
Mhm.
to reset it. That's where who knows where they get some of this technology from. Who's to say it ain't from the future?
Right.
Yeah, these electric cars are old. People keep thinking everything new. They had
Yeah,
electric cars like in 1914 or something, and then they
yeah,
decided to shut it down and go with oil because there was more money into that. But they
yeah.
be having now like Elon Musk created the Tesla and this, but like what? Like no, 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 no. They
No, that's blue.
This shit is old. You can YouTube this stuff and they'll show you videos and I'm having a little feds showing off they electric scooters and bikes. They was built a little different and weird, some of them, but they
They
had
even
cars
had
that automatically
hoverboards.
pop. Yeah,
They
hoverboards.
don't-
They had everything. But let them tell it. This all new.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying. Is John Q the one when he was saving his son?
I think it is.
yeah,
He had to get his son a heart
that
transplant.
that that is and that is true. A lot of people with money are goes that need transplants goes to the top of the transplant list because they can afford
Yeah,
it, and you may get bumped for somebody with money. My
yeah.
sisters got two heart transplants. I got two sisters, and both of them had heart transplant,
Damn.
and they had to wait till their name came up on the list. But they were saying that some people can pay for their name to be bumped up
Yeah,
on a transplant list, like the kidneys and all their organ transplant.
yeah.
That's terrible.
I ain't shocked. It's like going to the club. It's a long line. They be like, this the cut line right here. You can get in. You just got to get in a little faster. You got to pay a little extra to get through the cut line. They got tolls you got to ride through, wait in line, or you can buy Easy Pass and you can ride through the Easy Pass lane. But it's gonna cost you a little more, but you're gonna move a lot faster. So
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
just life. People tend to take care of those who got
Oof,
money faster than those who don't. It's like that's messed up. They don't make it right though, but that's
oof.
how
Tricky dickies out
society
here.
set up.
Right.
Always been tricky dicky out here. What's that? What's that? Be more slang tricky dicky.
I ain't never heard that.
What's Tricky Dicky?
Tricky Dicky. You know, Tricking.
Oh,
They used
okay.
to, that's the old 70s. Tricky Dick.
Why we had
They
Hayes.
came that for Richard Nixon. They called him Tricky Dick, the president. When he was in the Watergate slaying, they started to call him Tricky Dick back there
Uh,
Oh
in the
yeah.
60s
okay,
with the
okay.
Watergate. He said, I had nothing to do with that. They was like, you lying. You lying. And they impeached him and everything. They called him old Tricky Dick, Richard Nixon.
God damn, Rich. See, I'm okay with y'all being freaks. You can be a freak, do whatever you want. I just ain't cool with y'all being pedophile. Like,
Yeah,
don't touch the kids. Don't be
yeah.
out here forcing yourself on women or none of that. But if you into all that, sleeping with that woman, hey, that's on you. That's your bedroom. You know, that's always
No,
been
the
weird to me. Like,
Watergate scandal
Clinton
was
got
that he
hid in
was
the
selling
office.
secrets. He was selling government secrets or something like that. And what it had nothing to do with the women is
I
that
hate
he was
surely
between.
Monica Lewinsky.
No, I'm just saying I don't be having no problem with that. Like Clinton getting hid in the office. And, like, dang, I had more problems with him lying to the American
I have a problem
people
with why
about
she kept
experimenting
the
on
dress.
black communities. That's what I
Yeah.
had a problem with.
That was a setup because she was a play. She kept the dress. Who really? If something like that happened, you take that dress to the cleaners. If you wanted that, why you gonna keep the dress?
And
That
that's
don't make sense.
and that's the show Scandal. And Scandal based around that situation because
Yep.
Olivia Pope was sleeping with the president and she knew about the wife. The wife knew about her. It was a little messy in there. Were they telling us how the White House is, Trey? I don't know.
I never got into Scandal. I
It's
never watched that.
it's a
But
woman
I
that
was watching How to Get Away with Murder.
yeah, I watched both of those. Those are pretty good.
Yeah,
I like how
I
they end
enjoyed How to
crime.
Get Away with and the damn and Elisa Keaton. I was like,
Yeah. How
wow.
they put the shows together and made an episode of both shows integrated. So that was kind of dope.
yeah.
That was a good show. And I never got into that show, They Are Us. I mean, is that the name of it? Us?
And I
They
think,
was
well, you
all
talking about This
siblings.
Is Us? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you talking about, Jordan Peele wrote that one too, then. You talking about they
No,
had
I
like
don't.
the same duplicates of themselves and shit on the other side or dimension or some shit from another dimension?
No, that what This Was Us was about.
What's
It
that
was
called?
about being adopted.
Oh, you talking about that TV show?
The TV show, yeah.
Yeah, with the
The
big
black
white
man was
girl,
adopted.
uh,
Yeah, and the
the
fat
dude
white girl,
Randall.
his brother.
Yeah, Kevin Randall. Uh, yeah, I like that show. It's just sad as a motherfucker. Like it's just always sad. It's never a happy time on that show. You be like, God damn, like this shit is getting depressing. You watch that show, you'll never be happy.
Right.
I liked it though. It's good writing and all that, but it's not a show. If you're a woman, for sure, I know you cry at every show that they show.
I didn't like it. I couldn't get into it. But I did get into the Peacemaker. I did enjoy that show. It came on HBO Max.
That shit was funny. Talking about with John
Yeah,
Cena,
that was I enjoyed that. Just
they
like I enjoyed The Boys.
they telling themselves. So they can
But
say,
the movie I want to talk about that I picked for y'all, Molly, show
mm,
them one of the trailers.
I can't.
You can't.
Let Beast or Destiny get on. I'd have been
I
showed them
can't
a
do it.
now.
Well, I tell them today. One is Mr. Invincible.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
the
right.
anime cartoon. But I enjoy watching that and Swaggers, and that was a true thing. Swaggers, that's supposed to be true,
What
and
Swagger's
that was
about?
good. Yep, Swaggers all the way around. A lot of stuff that the boys go through, and these coaches and these basketball teams and these other people trying to exploit these kids. Wow,
Swagger's
it
the
was good.
Ice Cube son.
Yeah. They show about
They,
the NBA. and these kids coming up playing basketball. She said he was like, I don't do high school. She was like, he just turned 14. He was like, damn, that dude was tall as shit. And he was good. Jade was good. He was kind of stupid. He made me mad. Then the mother, he had a manager where the mother was, getting a little too involved. Like, they, you know, but it was a good flip. I think you guys would enjoy it, especially if you are sports enthusiasts. You like basketball, you will enjoy it. And it talks more about basketball. It talks about each player and what's going on in each player's life and how they come together and make a team.
Yeah, they be. I know it's based out of like France, showing you the
St. Pleasant, they
neighborhood.
kept throwing up
Yeah,
Kevin
AD,
Durant, I
Kevin
think.
Durant, Mike Beasley, then Quint Cook. There was a cut of Jeff and Jeff Green. They all made it to the NBA.
So
Hmm.
it was good. They had them kids from middle school on up. The kid boys was balling. They even got a point where they had to play a conference down south, and the police came in the restaurant where they was eating and told them we came in here because uh, we got reported that there was a disturbance going on, and they was like, "There's no disturbance. We just eating." And the police was like, "Well, can you pack your stuff up and leave?" And they was like, "Yeah." After we finished eating, and the cops was like, "No, go now." And the waitress, one of the waitresses was like, "They ain't doing enough her." They was like, "You stay out of this, Joanne." They
Mm.
would not let the boys eat in there. And they didn't understand what's going on. They was like, well, what's going on? Why we can't eat in it? Then when they went to play basketball, they was called all kinds of names and stuff, and they never experienced racism on that level. They was like, dang, and we supposed to perform and give a good job and play a good job for these people. And they shouting at us, calling us names and stuff.
She ain't no game. It still exists. Yeah, we thought that in high school. We went to Paintsville, Kentucky. We played in Louisville first. We won that tournament. Then we had to go to a joint called Paintsville. We went down there, man, doing warm up. We just kept hearing like, is they saying what we think they saying? And I was like, beat them niggas. Beat them niggas. We like, oh, my coach went off. He said, Joe, and we don't beat them by 50. All y'all got to run. We beat the shit out of them. It's like 100 to 32 to like 20. Like full court press. Coach ain't take the starters out at the halftime for a break. Like he was
They
that mad.
cheated.
They was, man, the team wasn't racist though. Like they wasn't doing nothing racist or saying that. It was the crowd, the audience. When we
Yeah.
left, we got our trophies. We came back to the bus. All our windows was bust out, spray painted, died niggas died, all type of shit. We was scared as shit. We went back to the hotel. Our hotel was trash. We like how they got power to get into our hotel room because all of them was part of it. They told us we had to leave all type of shit. We never went back. We got invited the next year, but we ain't go
Who
back. They talking about we
would want
forced
to go
to go.
back to
No
something
showing.
like that?
Yeah, man. But that was the first time I experienced something like that. I ain't think it was real. I thought it was just some old back in the day type shit.
Yeah.
Hell no. It's like I ain't never going back out there.
Certain areas are real, the sundown times when they was going with the police that made them leave out the damn restaurant, and then the coach was cheating, and the referees was cheating. They was like, what the hell? They were
Mm-hmm.
pushing the
Play
boys
through.
down.
Gotta play through it. They ain't gonna call nothing for you. No fouls, none of that. You just gotta play through it like it don't even exist. Like you playing outside. But
And they,
they
they
was
was
too
like, let's get
good.
the hell up out of here.
Yeah, Kevin Durant was too good. They gonna beat them anyway. But it is a good move they need to check out, especially from this area.
Yes, yes. It shows Southeast. And that's why I love it because it's whole. I was like the places they were showing they was doing the marble sauce. the kids was eating chicken wings. It was so funny. I was like, yep. So it was real. It was really real.
I got a lot from. I really started to get into The Wire when the kids started to come along. Um, but The Wire was like a really good show to me. You know, it
Yeah, that
wasn't.
was true.
Yeah, The Wire was to see the different dynamics of kids and what they had to like, what they had to deal with, and you know how you like the bad mama that was the one they called the Dragon Lady or whatever that was sending her son out there to go like continue the trap game and everything like her like his dad did. And yeah, The Wire was one thing that I used to be really wrapped up into.
And that's over 20 years old. That's
Mhm.
an old joke, but it's still good when you watch
Mhm.
it. So that's a classic.
Yeah,
That's
The
that's
Wire.
that's a classic piece. Yeah,
Hmm.
that and Oz. Anybody ever watch Oz?
I like
That was
DC.
good
I was
too.
too young for all, so I really wasn't into all. I was too young for all. My mom was
Yeah.
not let she that was her favorite show. She was not letting me watch that shit at that time, so I just never ended up getting into that.
What,
Yeah,
what you say, Molly Adebisi?
yeah, I like DC. It's Lord Cap never fell off. Lord Yarmouth.
I think that thing was glued on.
I said, hey, never fall, be linked right to the side, never falls off, little cat. But nah, that show had me thinking like anybody go to jail get raped. I really thought that shit.
Yeah,
Like that show had me thinking everybody go to jail get raped, fucking with us.
yeah,
Like you better be ready to die in that joint.
yeah,
And I was young watching that though.
And the Aryan Nation, they had this program, right? In Oz, when they was a dental program. And one of the dudes from the Aryan Nation had a gum cancer. So they killed the Aryan Nation ended up killing the black guy. They took the black guy that he killed and used his gums. And when he woke up and they said he had nigger gums, he was like, "No, no, wait, where'd you get the gums from?" They teased him. He took a knife and cut his gums out of his mouth. I said, "This is some dumb shit right here."
Mm-hmm. See,
They
so
said, "Nigga,
proof
you
in
got
that.
nigger gums."
We had a president that used to take the slave's teeth and replace them for his when his teeth come out. So yeah, that was a thing back then. They used to use dead people teeth too. If the deceased died and he
Yeah,
take them,
cadavers.
they
And they do that now.
that's
And that's what they
crazy.
use the man's gums, because healthy gum tissue to
yeah,
replace the cancerous tissue. They do that now. But the man found out that there was a black guy that you can't, because this black guy and y'all motherfuckers killed him in your life. Oh, they was like, no black gums. You got nigger gums. I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
hmm.
Nigger
I was
gum.
like, he crazy.
That's terrible, Molly. I ain't know, never knew you been through nothing like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
Shit. Just me and
swagger.
my whole team. You know, coaches and all that shit was weird. Like, how the hell we about to get home, man? But it was some good white people out there. There's always some good ones in the bunch that made
Yeah,
sure
Yeah.
we got we need to go. They made sure we was straight, but it still exists. And I don't blame. Like I tell people all the time, people not born evil. People not born racist. They programmed to be that way. So a lot of people once they get to their adulthood and they act this way, or they young teens, we know where it came from. It came from their parents and their upbringing, and we
yeah,
know where that came from. Somebody gonna have to break the cycle. So
yeah,
That's
far,
right.
pounds the cycle haven't been broken.
yeah.
What's up, Aquarius?
What's up? Haha, checking in. What's up?
Can't
Yeah,
That's
that's
get
okay.
right.
Make your money.
that
That
money.
is right.
It is though. It's cold today, but it's ain't no sun out. But other than
Gotta
that, it's
break the cycle.
yeah.
Aquarius just popping in. What's some movies or TV shows that you watch, and you feel like it can relate to real life? like some things that they be hiding in movies that you hear people say a lot. They hide the truth in the movies and the fake in real life. What you think about that? Is there any movies you watch? We done named some. I Robot.
Uh,
Uh,
on Tyrone,
yeah,
Severance.
yeah,
Um, I think we mentioned. I think no, I think we mentioned Roots if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. Roots.
So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
been a lot of some of them. I
What
can't
about
remember.
Megan? They get ready to make a Megan too.
I never
About that
watched it.
little girl.
One.
Megan Lit, man. She
I
had
like
me.
that dancing. That dancing is the
Yeah,
shit. That dancing is so
she
lit.
dancing when she about to kill a
She
motherfucker,
just be
man.
swaying and like she about to murder your ass. Like it's so yeah, but I never watched. How is the first one? Have y'all watched the first one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I seen the first one.
I
What?
like it.
Oh, you like it? Okay.
Yeah, Chucky trying to
Yeah,
sue.
she dancing in the first one.
Oh, so they trying to say that they taking that storyline type of. It's
Yeah,
not the same.
yeah,
I didn't even watch it, and it's not the same as Chucky. I
yeah.
watched
She
all
not a
this.
doll. She a robot for real.
She's a
Yeah,
robot, a child's
no robots in that time,
interactive.
other than
Yeah,
Terminator and shit. It wasn't no robots and
She got
shit.
a conscience that she can learn and everything.
Yeah, nah. He was
yeah,
demonized. It was supposed to be a demon in him. It wasn't a robot. It was a demon in a spirit in
yeah.
him.
Yeah,
The guy's spirit.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what Chucky was.
Yeah, the unborn
Yeah.
Carlito Way,
Damn.
paper chasing. The king of paper chasing sound like I was something I would tune into. What is that
Yeah,
shit on? What are
Carlito's way good. I got checked the King of
these?
Paper Chase,
I ain't
but
seen
John
that,
Q
the King
came
of
up
Paper
twice.
Chaser.
Sounds of Freedom, John Q.
Again, John Q done
John Q.
came up again.
Yeah, that was a second. We mentioned that too. Yeah, the bad seed, the omen. I think I've seen thumbnails for the omen. Chucky,
I
Chucky.
knew it. Cause his
I used
name
to Chucky
Charles.
doll shit. I used to want the Chucky doll. I was definitely not allowed to have that shit.
No,
I,
my son had a good guy's doll.
Yeah.
yeah, I had one. I had the black one. I don't know how
Yeah,
that,
Tyree did too.
but I used to leave it like my brother go in the bathroom and use it. I sit Chucky right outside the door. He open that door. Oh, he don't want to come out the bathroom. He close it back. I move him. He open it up, looking around. I have him at the bottom of the steps. He be looking back.
I would
I
do
used
some
to
shit.
be scaring my nephews and them with my Chucky doll, man.
I'd do
That
some
used
shit
to be
like
funny, man. I like the Chucky doll.
Maxie deals
Funny.
with child murderers and narcissist personality disorder. Yeah.
Well, like Split, movie Split, Glass. Y'all seen that?
Was
Split.
Glass.
It's called
was
Split Bags.
crazy.
Yeah, they
No,
like
the movie was the split when he had that multiple personalities
multiple
when he turned into
personality.
the beast.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just like psychological movies like that though.
Oh, he
say,
was sick.
man, he
That
was.
that man when he turned into an actual beast, his body mass changed. He was climbing walls and shit. We was like, how the fuck?
Yeah.
What his personality was the beast. He was a monster.
Say the Sound of Freedom talk about human trafficking around the United States. Lock them up. I gotta watch that joint.
Yeah, I screenshotted that too.
I gotta check that one out. Cause human trafficking is big, and when they put them in the movies, when you young, like they always trafficking some women, making them do certain things, and I ain't think that was happening in real life. And then you get older, you
Yep.
like, look, this a real thing, and they be putting it in movie after movie. It be like, God damn, Slim, like this is bad. Every year is a number, crazy number of kids gone missing, women gone missing,
Yep.
and this is
And
why.
they get transported to other countries too.
Hmm.
Yeah, girl, yeah, Carlito's way like that.
What is the Mexican lady that she turned into a cartel?
Selma Hayek.
Nah, it's Queen of the South. I think is what it's called.
Uh,
Is really good. Um, really good. I guess it's considered to be a show. Yeah, a show. You know. Yeah,
Queen of the South. I heard of it. I never watched it.
yeah. I love badass like women drug dealers, queen pins. Like
But
I do love that type of shit.
Like all the Queens men, I love that. I'm waiting
Well,
for that to come
that's a
back.
little different because that's
It
that's
did
my
not end right with me. I'm
friend, 'cause
so
that's
upset.
my that's
That
the
I watched that and Ruthless. Tyler Perry. I'm waiting for Ruthless and all the Queens men to come back. The Rockadooshus.
I'm gonna blow that shit, blow that shit in your face.
Oh, that wacky dust.
Had them motherfuckers out there lunching about
They
7.
had a butt naked and everything. She was like, I don't want to leave you. What
I
Yeah,
kind of drugs was that?
right.
I see them. I'm gonna look that joint up. Queen of the South. They say it was based off a real life Mexican drug law. Named
Yeah, yeah.
James
The woman
Kelly.
it was after I forgot her name, but it's real. Yeah, like it was
It
actually.
wasn't Emil DeMarcos, was it?
I don't remember. That's all I was just saying. I don't remember.
Because
But
she was a real drug lord. They said that
it's
she had a
a
fetish
bunch
for
of
shoes.
it's a bunch of women that were like under the radar that you didn't really know about. You know, they ain't got movies on some of them and all of that. So, um, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's real
I be watching Trap Queens. They tell you all the stories,
shit. That
all
yeah,
the
they
different
got caught up and realized it was over for them and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Trap Queens is good. Tell you all the different stories.
Mm-hmm. It's about how white men used our eye color to figure out how we were genetically different, the Holocaust, and how twins were used as a fantasy of the cult. Yeah, the duality part, like Gemini twins and stuff, is that, yeah, drawing power from two.
LA Tom baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, real life. Had a lot of these young girls ratchet, misguided out here. That's
man.
true life, man.
Twerking and fire.
They think being cute,
Working
fit,
and
but
fighting.
it's gonna get them far, But
But
some women,
Mad.
the sad part is, nowadays, it's starting to, because these bitches is getting endorsements and contracts and able to like like build a following off of just doing this and getting paid and getting to pop up on shows and getting paid for walkthroughs and shit like that. Like that's
Yeah.
it's making it where that shit is the most profitable thing. You know, everybody
Mad is
fighting
whoever thought
getting naked
that
or
you
something.
get money for fighting.
Yeah, everybody like naked online and fighting and shit, working and shit.
jam time, be back. All right, Woo. Make sure you like before you leave. Of course, in Nickelodeon talk about childhood trafficking in Hollywood. Yeah, y'all gotta watch that joint Quiet on the Set. They talk about
Yeah.
all the dark side of the kids' TV, and it's a lot of the kids that
What is it on?
they got it on a couple of ones. I don't know if you got
It's
that
on
Hulu,
Amazon Prime. You can get
yeah,
off of
Amazon
Prime.
Prime,
That's
Sling
why I saw it
TV,
off of
YouTube
Prime.
TV. Yeah,
Right.
And I was so upset when I saw that because the fat white dude that used to play head of the class, he was
yeah,
one of the main pedophiles messing with them kids.
Oh,
yeah.
The
big guy,
what was his name?
the
That
I
big,
big
can't think of his name.
yeah.
And I
He
was
guy.
he
like,
big time
wow.
too.
Yes, he was.
Pedophilia type of jokes in a lot of Nickelodeon shows. A lot of like under the radar type of jokes. So innuendos or whatever you want to call it. But they did a lot of that.
His name like
Funny.
Dan something, Dan something.
Dance up. Yep, it
What
was.
little short haircut, don't go no past his neck, but big dude, big boy.
They was hiring pedophiles though, like people that been locked up for molesting or
To
messing with
watch
kids,
over the kids.
and they was
Mhm.
hiring them after the fact. Like you already know what they are. Like it's crazy.
And as best as they mind up.
Yeah,
And that's just for being gay. His name was man.
I feel sorry for the kids.
that and
They
that kid,
didn't know.
And
Lamar
that's
Project.
should nobody ever be beaten or lynched or hung for being anything.
Yeah. LaRon.
It's crazy. People was getting killed for being left-handed at one point. That just lets you know people when they see people that's different, they just assume that it must be
That's
demonic.
witchcraft.
It's wicked.
That
Let's get rid of
that
them. Let's kill them. Like what the hell?
that was
I
that
thought
movie. Y'all gotta watch that movie C on Apple TV. C. Y'all gotta watch that. That was
I
actually good.
shot nobody name any superhero movies yet.
We did Mr.
Y'all don't believe we
Invincible.
got powers. Now we say that's a good show to go watch. But we ain't say
And
it
the
was a good
V,
show that's true.
Generation V,
Generation Z.
The hero movie that was
or
true.
Z.
Oh, I had to check it out. Like Captain America, y'all think people really can get super serum and make them stronger and all that type of weird stuff? Or Iron Man, you really think he building machinery out here that can do some of the things they say he can do, and that's why we send shit in the sky that we can't catch? I don't
They
know.
are they have really advanced with those well no, that was based on water power. That was hydropower. That wasn't even air. Um I mean, they have advanced over the years a lot with them jetpack type of devices that they put on their feet and hands and shit. And it's not the same, but it is.
Mm,
And see like military practices of them using stuff to like as an individual person fly around without a vehicle, without a device, without being in some type of plane or whatever, to be able to, you know, kind of float or move somewhere randomly, move somewhere quickly. So they do kind of have stuff like that. Not a suit, but they do have, they're trying to get to those technologies. I'm pretty sure that they're, practicing on what is it? Negative zero energy or,
mm,
or whatever the fuck it's called, a zero negative energy or negative zero, something like that. Which is
Antimatter.
out of the air, you know. Um, so I believe that they trying to do that. 'Cause that's on hieroglyphics and shit. Like, you look on certain little shows and they show you people doing some of these things. So I don't know.
yeah.
That's what it do.
The person talks about American classism. Um,
Yeah, I'm sure they let you touch that much on it in order to
yeah,
get that.
yeah. I thought it would cut it
That fan
off
got to
if
come
you
up with a million
ever
dollars.
had a movie scared the shit out of me.
Wasn't
Yeah,
reported like they did African Americans. That's why we're in these cubicles they call projects, because I think it ain't nothing but a project of them. They studying us. Like, how do we react to certain things? If they got less this or they got more liquor stores and this and that, how do they react? Because it's way different than
That,
when you see black couples in urban areas or nice areas. They be well good. The kids not stressing. They look happy all the time. They don't. But when you grow up like
unless they move next
southeast,
to a Karen.
war
That
they
movie Karen.
yeah, it's different. Like them kids growing up gotta know how to survive when they hit gunshots. They gotta know what to do. It be little stuff like that kids should have to worry about. Like kids going to school after their friend been killed over the weekend. You still gotta go to school. And I lived through some of that. So it's like as a kid, you like, why I'm going to school, but you still got to go to school, you still got to, and then head throughout, man, I'm sorry. And it's like, damn, other places I done met people, they ain't even lose nobody, and they in their 30s. They like, I never lost a friend unless they got sick or something, maybe. But other than that, not the gun violence. And it's just like, it's a whole nother world of them. So it's like, and we got a better environment and a better chance to strive like a lot of these other places. I think these kids that had more room to grow. And when these kids grow up, they'll be better adults. We won't have these grown men out here on the corner begging for change and stuff like that. They have
yeah.
a better chance at life. That's my thought. I don't know.
You right.
You make a good point.
You right
You
about
make a
that.
good point. There was this movie called Karen about these people moved into a nice neighborhood, but their neighbor happened to be a racist, and her brother was on the police force. So she like terrorized the whole HOA. She was like controlling everything, and she wanted the people to move out of their house So she took it a step as to say that they beat her up. She broke into their home, and they got away with it at first because the brother was on the police force. So I was like, wow. The good, and then she ended up getting killed because they ended
And
up shooting because she wouldn't stop. Came into there, you got a mitigated goal, but the nerve you got will come in somebody else's house.
mm-hmm. What she
Try to
said?
tell
I don't think I watched that before. Bamboozle was a good
Karen
movie.
this on BT.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before. I don't know if I.
Damn,
It was pretty good. They
no.
came outside, she sitting on their car and shit. They was like, excuse me. She was like, yeah, I'm the neighbor, I'm the president of the HOA, and I'm, you know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, what? She told that lady her husband was watching her. Your husband's looking at me. And they was like, you tripping.
Right.
Mhm.
So it was pretty entertaining. And she got her just due dessert at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cause she go too far. They had
Yeah.
her crazy brother. She telling him what to do. He in the police station. Plant some dope on him. Plant weed on him. Plant this and the dumb brother did it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. That's
Uh-huh.
like the holiday fall. I don't know if y'all seen that during that during good black cowboy movie. Show how blacks they used to be cowboys as well. Even the
Mm-hmm.
word
Yeah,
cowboy.
Bass Reed and all of them, but Eddie, Oakley, she was the first, what shotgun Annie, and she worked for the post office. They said she was gonna make sure she get her deliveries. And
Yeah.
Lawman, Bass Reed, that was a good one.
That was
There
a
was a
good
lot of the black cowboys, Buffalo Soldiers.
Buffalo Soldiers. Cause I hear a lot of people like, nah, cowboys. You know, they think it's like some white man on a horse all the time. Like, nah, that came from the man who was on the horse controlling the cattle out there. That was their job. The white man was hiring them to do that job. Why would they ever be
Hey,
called
that was a
cowboys?
job you didn't want. That
You
wasn't
know,
something.
so like that was a joke that they was considered the cowboys. You know, Mexican men out here too as well that had them jobs and they was considered cowboys. And that was your job. You was on a horse and you was over there with the cattle, keeping them in line. And that was a joke. Like they used to get laughed at for that. But
It's like
now,
take it though and celebrate it now. And they be like, oh yeah, I'm a real cowboy. What? Like the fact
like,
that it's something that y'all really like passed up and didn't want to do, didn't want to touch was you was too good for, but now you know, now when you see a
Then they take it
black man,
because they had to cut the bulls off, had to shear the bulls. My dad told me how they had to work and they had to put the clips on the bulls, and you got to hold the bulls a certain way so they don't kick you and everything. You get killed messing around with the bulls and stuff like that. But those was the jobs of the field hands, which is AKA the cowboys.
right?
you gotta check it out. Any good Black history movies that can speak truthful, or is all of them the same old? We was kidnapped and brought over here from Africa. Do any old history start from before the
What
enslavement?
about
Right.
Raising in the Sun or Imitation of Life?
Have a
That's a good one. I don't know what they talk about.
Imitation of Life uh, was about this girl named Sarah Ann. Her mother was black, and her father, they said he was.
And they said, whatever she's saying, shut it up.
because it's
They
like
said,
a muted or something.
they said they got underground tunnels
Of
southeast.
Southeast
What?
DC, West DC, Annapolis, Maryland, Fairfax, Virginia, and where government officials and CPS officials traffic children once they're in the system. Yeah, most of that's why I believe we have so many sinkholes because of all these underground tunnels and all this underground work, all this manipulation of the land, regardless. But Yeah, all that. Yeah, we have a lot of underground tunnels. A lot of underground tunnels that are active. Like she said, Imitation of Life was excellent. Her name is Sarah Jane.
Sarah Jane. Yeah, well, she said underground tunnels in Southeast DC. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hold on now. Reese probably popped back in. She lost connection.
Sorry.
That's scary. And they got these little symbols. They got code words like pizza. They be
Yeah.
talking about certain toppings they want and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
But I know a lot of people think that stuff conspiracy. I'm like, even if you don't believe in it, just look into it. You
Yeah.
know, some people won't look into it because they just find it nonsense. You know, so just be like, nah, just look into it. And if you see it, you still don't see nothing to it, and let it be. But these real kids out here, you look up and see thousands of kids gone missing. You like, then where the hell they at? Like,
Yeah.
they never been found. Like, where is they going? How
Yep.
they just up and did? Is no track or nothing. We got face recognition now. They ain't see them leave the city nowhere. Never found them back. Like, where's these kids? So I think it might be underground transportation to get from one place to another. I think it's transportation underground to get from here to LA. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it just stopped there, DC, Maryland. I think it go on and on. I think we built over top of a whole nother city already. So it
Yeah.
ain't really like they had to build underground, and now you just build over top and keep what's below.
Yeah.
So all we doing is keep building on top like Legos.
Mm-hmm. You're right about that.
That's
Jasper,
what's that.
Texas, Capote are great Black History movies.
I think I
I
seen Rosewood. I think I seen Rosewood.
think
I
it's
just
smokes.
be want to hear something different. I want to hear like how we was already part of this land.
Or
Not Native
like
Americans,
states.
indigenous. I'm like, that's probably why the Native people got what they got, because they helped take the land over with the whites, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why we the indigenous black people. Is a difference. They be like, well, the natives, they was here first. Yeah, but they weren't here before us.
Right.
And that's why they got what they got, along with the other people who got what they got. They must have worked together, because how the indigenous black people get left with nothing,
Right.
and y'all get something, y'all get all the casinos, right? The mob was over there, so it's like y'all working with the mob. What's going on? Something not right. It don't smell right to me. But
Mm-hmm.
people let it slide. Got these $5 Indians out here. They not even really Indians, but they getting all the benefits as if they was an Indian. And they keep telling us we from Africa. We started to believe it. We tell our kids that, so the kids tell their kids that. Now, you generations later, we come from Africa. We need to go back to our home. Now we not claiming our own land. So
Yeah.
now they can retake it from us, So it just be weird, It's like they done tricked us into claiming where we really, and we might really came from Africa, but not the way that they saying. Like we weren't just brought over here. I believe we was already here, and they brought some other people here to enslave, but they weren't enslaving us. It is weird, man. It's
It
weird.
is.
Thanksgiving weird, all that stuff weird. We know about it, but we celebrate it. And then they give us a month, and this the month right here.
Mhm.
February, the shortest month of the year. They can have it. Every day is Black History Month. Like if you got a loved one, every day is Valentine's Day. There
Mhm.
shouldn't be these certain days they create and say this is the day y'all should celebrate
That's when
Black
y'all
essence.
calling. I don't see no pictures, no love pictures, no kissing pictures, no barely see any dates on people's Facebook stories or anything like that. For real, I only see that shit one time of the year. I only see gifts and Christmas. But most people don't understand that a lot of African Americans are more Native American than from Africa. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
exactly
it's the
what I'm saying.
same. When you say native, that means you native to this country, man. You not from here. So for some reason, a lot of people when they hear Native American, they think that means I'm from here, I'm from this land. Nah, the minute you say native, that's why you say I'm indigenous to this land. You ain't gotta say, you can say indigenous Indian or whatever you want to be. But when you say native, then you not from this land. And they got a lot of people saying I'm native Indian and all this stuff. Like, oh man, like they got you. You say you black, they got you. You say you African American, that's a new term.
It seems like the world cares only about black people at the end of the day. Like when it comes to conversation, I don't really hear Asian too much or whatever. I'm hearing about immigrants now because of this situation. But before that, I wasn't really hearing. When I hear a general argument or a conversation, it's black and white. It's not like, oh, black and the Ethiopians, black and the nah, or white and the nah. It's like always seems to be black and white. Everything everybody like talks about online and comment threads and stuff is about black people, and I just it's weird how black people are viewed, treated, but then like copied and emulated, and like you want to be around them and even fetishized and shit. Like this world is weird out here. I don't
Hmm.
understand this. I don't know. That's
People,
why I
we
can't subscribe to a lot just because of all that I see. I don't. There's a lot that I can't subscribe to just because everything that I see out here.
people just believe in invisible lines, just like they believe in a lot of invisible stuff that I ain't gonna speak on because I know that people sensitive on certain topics. But
Mhm.
it's no such thing as DC, Maryland, Virginia, California. That's just some shit they made up. But
Yeah,
when you get told that and they get taught that class on the map, this is Africa on the map. There's people in Africa don't even know they call Africa. Like I tell people all the time, a cat don't know it's called a cat. It's just things that we decide to name. So when you start putting up these invisible lines, now you can say, "Oh, you're not really from DC." What? Like just because they put a big brick up there and say, "Welcome to Maryland, welcome to DC." But we call it Maryland line because you literally can walk across the street and you on the
yeah,
Maryland side.
yeah.
You walk across the street, you back on DC side. But who made that line up? That's what we
Mhm.
gotta realize. A man came around just like us, that bleed, breathe, or a woman just like us, and said, "You know what? This Maryland, this is Virginia, and we're gonna make different laws over here than they have over there." That's
Right.
how they controlling us. A lot of
Yep.
people don't understand that, and they say, "Well, they can do that because they live over there." Then they got you. It's only one world. We all from here. It's not no you not from this country. What? I'm from this world. I'm from
Right.
whatever y'all want to call it. Y'all want to call it a rock. Y'all want to call it flat earth. It don't matter. I'm from here. But when y'all
Yeah.
start putting these divided lines up and saying these people can come in the country, you got to have a certain paperwork and this and that. Like what? I know a line don't go
It
through
is weird to me
transit and
though.
TSA to get to the next land. I know whales when they swim to the next part of the ocean that they want to swim to. We the only people that like, if I want to go here, I gotta go through all this bullshit to get here. Even if you drive to another city or whatnot, it's different laws there. Oh, you only can go 70 here. 70, say who? It's some laws they made up. A man made it up and said, well, we only do 55 here. And it's cool because it helps some people, but we got to realize that man made all this stuff. And then
Yeah.
people always throw religion and stuff and they act like man didn't make those things as well. They put rules in place to keep us in place because it's hard to control millions and millions of people, billions of people. So
Yeah.
you give them law, you tell them, hey, you can't go this fast or this will happen. If you do this crime, this will happen. But we really get into this part and saying you not really black, you not really white, you not no, we all human. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, we just human beings, we spiritual beings having a human experience, and we miss out on it because we get in these debates and these wars and these fights for half our life. It's like god damn, like we can just enjoy being here and living life in this experience. Life would be better for everybody, but they
Yeah.
got in the way that we trying to survive. People out here trying to pay rent, so they do anything to get their rent done when you shouldn't be paying rent. Like that don't even make sense. And you'll never see a bird have to pay worms to live in a nest. Like it
Right.
just don't make sense to me. It's like we not really trying to help each other. We just trying to get over on each other. We just trying to be better than the next. And that's where we go wrong. We supposed to be the smartest beings on earth, but we make the dumbest mistakes.
Yeah. Well said.
We zoning out cities. Yeah, it's probably islands we never even heard of. They just tell it, and people tell you it's nothing past the ice wall. Why? Because they said so. So now we can't fly over a wall. But you got people that's brainwashed to believe it because they've been taught this in school. I'm talking about it's real life people that went to college for 8 years to be scientists that will still tell you the dumbest shit. Well, we can't get over the ice wall. Nick, like you ain't that dumb. Like we can get over China wall and any other wall. You just fly over it. You know, the wall ain't that high. The wall don't go to the heavens, but
Right.
they act like it. You know, so we will never know what's past the ice wall. Like get out of here, man. It just be weird. Shit like sports fans, fly Eagles, LOL. We the best. I tell y'all that all the time. It's a game.
Right.
You pick a team when you decide, but the NFL still win, Josh. Hey, the Eagles, we won this year, but it's a lot of years that we didn't win. We only won 2 Super Bowls. But at the end of the day, every year the NFL wins. The owners wins. They don't
Yeah.
care if the Browns win, the Redskins win. At the end of the day, the Commanders made money this year. They made money last year. So it's all
Right.
a game. And Kendrick said that at the halftime show, he showed us. He said it's all a game. Turn the
Right.
TVs off, cut the TVs off. He telling you everything in there. I don't know,
Right.
y'all.
Yeah.
The only great thing I like about Trump being in office caused a controversy. Now I love him being in office. Now it's our property finance rate principal will decline or mortgage, which is granted to Fannie Mae, which economy will hurt real estate. Yeah, real estate about to go crazy. Same time for people actually being able to stay in their property because once they refound, it won't be used against them since the percentage rate. It will make it easier for people to purchase property to pay the value may go down. It's about to go down for sure. It's already starting to go down. People trading with decide to move on to U.S. property collateral, quality and money. Yeah, I know it's going down. You know, I don't know too much of the numbers and stuff like you, sis, but I know housing, all that stuff got to go down because a lot of people moving too from this area for sure. That's what's crazy. I don't know if it's because of the layoffs here or whatnot, but a lot of them people, man, sold their homes and moved back to a lot of the cities they come from. You know, it's just weird that now, you know, the pricing starting to go down. I told people give it about 2-3 years, it'd be really at a good number. Like the $1 million homes gonna probably be 300,000. Them $5,000 homes gonna probably be at 100. Them 100,000 homes gonna probably be down to 70. So I tell people be patient. Everything goes up, must comes down at one point, or it's just gonna be a bunch of empty homes out here. That's what don't make sense. They tell me we got a homeless problem, but they got a problem with selling homes. Like, make that make sense. Got people out here with no homes, then you got homes out here without people in it, and we don't know what to do because it's all about money, and money is created too. It's fake. It's not real. It's like us playing Monopoly, and that's how they created the power. Because before then, it was based off skills, real life skills. You got to know how to hunt. You got to know how to grow crops and things like that. That's what kept you up top, up tier. But now, if you got the money, you can pay somebody to do those things, and like you the man. But if all that go away, you ain't gonna be running to them to survive. You ain't gonna be running no Bill Gates, Elon Musk, all them rich people, people like own Uber and stuff. They don't know. You can be running people like Trey that grow his own crops, that actually know how to farm. Y'all gonna be going at them, cause them the people who actually know how to survive out here. They just made it weird, man. I don't like it. I liked it when they was making trades. That was perfect back then. People was
Yeah.
able to communicate, share love with each other. Hey, we grew this, y'all grow that, and let's swap out. But now they just everything purchased out China. They slaving these kids over there, making them work penny on a dollar every hour, and we get our cell phones. I got the new iPhone. They charging us $1,000 for it. Only cost them about $10 to make. You know, it's just like, God damn, we too far gone.
Right.
I don't know what we gotta do to get back though. But it's Black History Month. At least they gave us a month.
And at least those people highlight the their people in that month, because I don't really hear a lot. I see little things. I see certain channels, and I'm not gonna act
Yeah.
like you know. So it's influencers out there that do talk about Black History all year, but that's another thing too. I don't really hear nobody dropping no facts like that online or on their statuses. Everybody in the club and shit, you know. So everybody shaking their ass and shit. So I don't really hear nobody talking about um too much Black History or nothing throughout the rest of the year. Just like seeing them go on dates or give their mate some flowers or give a gift. You know, I just see people go by what the calendar says. Really, that's what I see. So
Yeah, man-made holidays,
yeah,
everything created, time, everything created, and we just take it literally, like don't understand. It just we used to say, "Where's Horace?" Now people say, "What time is it?" Because you can
yep,
look at your watch. But at first, you had to put your hands up and do all this weird stuff to find where the sun at, what's the distance from that. And they knew how to do these things, but they was intact with nature. So we
yeah,
thinking like we more advanced than they was. No, we actually less advanced than them. Depends
way.
on how you looking at it, Because now anything we need to know about healing or anything, we gotta Google it.
Yeah,
And then once you learn it, you can pass it on. But back then, they just knew it. It was passed down to them. They were shown how to do these things. They can do it on their own. Now we got to go to the hospital for common colds because we're not sure if it's just a cold. Back then, they knew it was just a cold. And look, take this. And you was good. You get cut. They knew what herbs to grab to heal it. They was
yeah,
using spider webs for band-aids. It's just like we just depend on these people all the time, and that's what's killing us. We probably supposed to live to 300, 400. Who knows? It don't sound believable because we got all these toxins in our body. From the day we born, they feeding us metals and stuff, and that's what caused the age, the cells to age. So it's like, who knows if we ain't had all this poison that's from the day we was born, how long will we live?
yeah. Shit, I know the lady that's across the street from me is a little tiny white house right here on this road. She's 104. And that's in the paper for my area. I ain't gonna say what area I'm in, but that's in my paper for the area. And she's 104. So, you know, you can
Damn.
can. I don't know what older folks, did. I don't match her
Uh,
picking up a McDonald's and shit either though. You know. Most
making
most of the
these.
fields, because they have a field. I think they grow wheat and they probably got, it's not an acre, but they got a lot of land and they grow some type of wheat or something and they'll mow it down or whatever. But yeah, so people can live that long, but it's really about teaching yourself. You gotta want to learn shit.
Hey,
Um,
what do you say? What is BHM?
this is going to be the worst BHM ever. Black History Month.
Black History Month. Yeah, I'm over here thinking like
Yeah, I was thinking a little further past that.
worse.
I thought about the time of the year. So yeah, Black History Month. Said a
You
couple.
think so, Josh? Why you say that? See, I
I
got
don't
two
really see a
aunts
lot.
over 100.
I don't really see a lot. Yeah. I was saying that the lady that lives across the street from me, she's 104. This is inside scoop for y'all now. Shit.
Gotta be an easy purchase for those who couldn't
It's
ever afford
easy
property.
purchase for those who couldn't
Even
afford
before a meeting would drop.
into a
And
drop. So
instead
instead of
would
minimum
minimum 620.
25 credit score to
Yeah.
purchase. I know because I'm investing. I'm into investing. I've been following the real estate stocks. On top of that, real estate's names like the master bedroom, which is the racist term back from slavery, is being renamed, as well as redlining and forum proportions are all changing its name to be more politically correct. Therefore,
Mm. Yeah, I like when they
Uh,
let me know
bed-
y'all racist. I don't like
woman,
when they hide it. Cause now they can hide it. I like when it be known. So we
master
don't fuck
bedroom.
with them. But nah, that's good. They gonna change it up. But
My grandma
I,
to be one of
I,
four.
I, I don't bother me. I just don't go to those places. I like to know. But now they gonna change it to something that's
Yeah,
more good for us. So
yeah.
dang, 104. My grandmother passed at I think 69, about to be 70. My mother passed at 69, about to be 70. My aunt passed at 68. And the women don't live too long in my family since they here. But what's crazy is when we went to my grandmother's funeral down South Carolina, I met her aunt who was 104 years old and she was walking and talking and everything. Like telling me how she watched my grandmother grow up, and I'm just looking at her like, how? Like she was so small and short, but long hair, just like this crazy. Like she was good. And they down there, they eating meat. You know, it's like I'm vegan, but they getting fresher meat than we are. They ain't going to grocery stores and stuff. They got farms and things they can take care of their own. They ain't got to worry about stuff being sprayed. Cause I don't think it's the meat. I think it's the stuff they put in it. I still don't advise people to eat it, but I just like if you do, you know, just be careful where you get this food from, because a lot of the processed meat is what's hurting us. It's what's killing us, and that's why we not living as long as how great aunties and grandmothers and them live. It's like they was living a long time. They was eating pork chops, ribs, steak. They even the fuck they want to eat pig feet. Man, I was like, man, they down here eating everything, you know, but it was fresher. You know, a lot of them was catching their own food. So here we got to go to the grocery store. Don't know if this food came from. Probably been on the truck for 3 days before it got there. It was in another warehouse for about a week or so. It's just, it's too much.
Shit, anybody that still does buy like fish and steak and ribs and that type of stuff. In Maryland, in the Bryan's Road area, since I'm might as well just say what area it is anyway. The Bryan's Road area, there is a black owned, black run butcher shop right in the Bryan's Road area. So you know you can get your shit fresh. That's where I get my shit from instead of worrying about the grocery store. Everybody doesn't have a butcher shop around them, especially Black Run one or whatever. But that's just for the Marylanders, you know.
DC, Maryland, is all of them. They can get there. That's big.
You know, so get it from the source. That should be slaughtered 3 hours ago, you know, and processed 3 hours ago, or whatever, however they do, you know, that day or however. But you know, but don't get no better than that. You know, it wasn't pumped with nothing. Was nothing added to it.
Man, yeah, mom's was young. Aquarius. See, mom passed at 54 from lupus. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And life is tough without moms, man. And you say your father passed at 69 on Father's Day. Dang, sorry about that. He hung in there though to see y'all on Father's Day. That was big. 1 month from his 70th birthday. And I think my father's still alive right now. He's 75. He's still joking, laughing, doing his thing. Be good to see that, you know, because you never know how long they'll be around. But I think a lot of this stuff come from the food, you know, they was intaking, you know. And they like to say a lot of these things get passed down, you know, through the genes, and they do, you know. But sometimes it ain't just that it's getting passed down. We take on a lot of these same habits. You know, so if you eating the same food that grandma knows eating, and whatever might cause her to have a heart attack came from the food, and you eating them same food and doing them same things, you most likely when you get her age had them same problems. So it's just like we gotta stop it at one point. You see, LA time on this show, we haven't said anything about Black History Month. Maybe it's because Damien haven't been on.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, it's extra fueled when it's somebody fight on here than they really
What up,
want.
Beast?
What's up, Molly? What's up, Trey?
What's up, bruh? What's going?
Man, I'm good. Last minute, I'm gonna tell y'all God is good. I'm gonna give it to y'all real quick. You know, brother got an opportunity, a really big opportunity. You know, God works that way, man. You step out on faith, and I don't know, y'all know, I gave my job my 2-week notice on Monday.
Yeah.
I told my job on Monday. Now, my job is the type of job that when you tell them on Monday, they usually want all their stuff on Monday. And you are done. Like, they don't let you do nothing, and they don't pay you. You know what I'm saying? I was ready for all that. They don't pay you. Once you say you're done, they take your computer, this, that, and the other, and that's your last payday right there.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I met with my boss 3 days later. The person that I have a problem with in the company, who I knew would be the first person trying to grab my computer, has been busy and hasn't even responded. I don't even think he knows what you call it. So they done already hooked it up that I'm getting paid for the next 2 weeks.
Damn.
Until my 2 weeks are over, me and my boss sat there and talked for an hour and a half, and we talked about the job for 5 minutes and just talked. And then he told me, I was talking. It was him and another young lady who are both of them, my boss and this young lady, I appreciate in my job. They're very great people. You know what I'm saying? It's really a higher up in my book that I have a problem with. And give you the backstory. He was my direct boss. I told him that he wasn't shit and that he was the worst boss I ever had and that I never wanted to work with him again and I wanted another boss. This was back when I could do that.
Damn.
When I got another boss, he then spent the next few months taking customers away from me, taking my business, ruining everything I had. But then, this is the best part. He got promoted he got promoted after that because he's great friends with somebody else playing what you call it. Anyway, long story short. So anyway, 2 weeks from good. I just called somebody and they just basically offered me a job I can't refuse. And they want me to start Monday. So,
Doing it.
So
Won't he do it?
Yeah, just one phone call, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, I told him I had some other stuff brewing because the job he wants me to do, and the other thing is don't tell God that you don't want to do something because God's going to have you doing it. And don't get me wrong, the job that he's offering me, I don't want to do it because I did it a long time ago. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that no more. But it's a general manager position. So, but he was like, look, if you want to just come cook, you can come cook. But I want you to be the general manager at my locations and, help me get to the next
You gotta get that GM money, Slim. I ain't like
Yeah, and then he was like, what job you going to take? And I told him, and he was like, nah, I'll offer you that plus bonuses. So I was like, yo. I mean, that's how God works, man. That's how God works, man. You can't, and I can definitely do the job, and it's only me being an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like I ran restaurants for years. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I'm not going to go back to running restaurants. I'm not going to go back to. There's nothing wrong with running restaurants. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to be me and say I'm not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, you know what? I told God when I stepped out on faith, I told God that I would be open to anything. I said, I'll be open to anything you want me to do, but I just want to walk through the door. And this is my opportunity where I'm just I just can walk through the door. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to do no interviews. I ain't got to go through no I ain't got to do nothing. It's just show up on Monday. You know what I'm saying? So
hell yeah,
and the guy that I'm working for, I consider him a friend. You know what I'm saying? Me and him have been. I've been. He was one of my customers. When I started with him, he only had one restaurant and he didn't even know how to write a menu. Now he has 9 going on 11. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the dopest way to start working with somebody is for them to already know of you and your personality, your professionalism, how you handle things. They already know that you have some type of form. Like, I think that's just the best way. Like, when you somebody that's just applying to a job and you don't know nobody there and everything, and you have to, versus somebody that already knows of you, that's really a blessing in that.
Yeah, that's how God works. That meeting was set up 10 years ago. He was my first sales customer. You know what I'm saying? He was my first, and I went in there and I helped him. I created his menu, helped him create what you call it. Always kept him on track and this, that, and the other. And then even when he started building, he always called me and we always had discussions. I went in there and, he used to have me to be a ghost, what is it called? A ghost shopper or whatever. And, I went in there.
Secret shopper.
Did that,
secret I like
shopper,
that.
But I go in there and do that, and I tell him what was going on and stuff like that. But I tell him when I walk in there, you know what I'm saying? Like I can walk in,
terrible, man.
Huh?
He terrible, man.
Who terrible?
You do it while you walk in there.
Yeah, when I walk in, because you can tell what's going on. Like I've done, I've managed restaurants for so long. y'all gotta understand, I started as a cook, moved my way to GM, became the youngest GM, then owned my own restaurant for 10 years. So, I've done it all. There ain't nothing in a restaurant I haven't done. And and then stuff like that. So once you in it, man, you can easily walk in. But he's a chef. So he's not a restaurant manager. You know what I'm saying? He's a chef.
He getting that food out.
He want to do his thing.
Yeah, he want to do his thing. He don't want to manage the restaurant. He want to go create recipes, make food. You know what I'm saying? But he likes that. He likes the part where interacting with people are eating his food and things like that. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to be a GM. He not looking at the numbers. He don't care about the numbers.
Though, I said that's real personal with the customers. I said I like that.
Yeah. So I mean, he's a great guy, but he's a great guy. So I mean, hey, look, God's opened the door. I told God that if He opened the door, I'll walk through it no matter what. So that's what I'm going to do, man. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm excited though. It was the first night I slept in the last Last night was the first night I slept through the night in probably the last month almost.
Yeah, I'd have been anxious in the mug if I was, juggling.
Yeah. Well, at first I was hating my job. That was at first, and I wasn't sleeping because of that. And then once I decided, to step out, then it was just like, I got a family, I got stuff like that. So it's all good, but I decided, I was like, I'm done. I told my wife I'd rather be cooking on the line somewhere than doing my job that I'm doing right now. So, and that's what happened. So, I mean, God is good, man. And I'm just excited and happy about it and know that, things are coming up next. So I'm excited about what God has for me next. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that this is just step one. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a job, it's still just step one. Whatever He has for me next is going to be great. I'm trying to really walk in my purpose, and and that's how I feel. So anyway, and most of y'all like, is this the same beast? This dude always fights and things like that. Hey man, that's really I'm really spiritual and this, that, and the other. I love God and I'm in a great place and this, that, and the other. But I got a smart mouth, so yeah, I do that. I am sarcastic and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Slicky Woo Woo. I take that from you. I didn't expect. I thought you would probably just give me the finger and be like, I hope you crash and burn, but it's all good. Thank you, Aquarius. LA Josh, you my boy, man. I ain't gonna mess with you today. One of my friends watched your show, LA, said she loved it too, just so you know that. Watched the show we was on last week. She was from another podcast too. She was like, y'all were hilarious. And I was like, yeah.
Hiya.
Yeah.
I'm talking about LA Josh.
Yeah. So just so you know, yeah. So it's good times, man. I'm excited about what's next. So I meet with them tomorrow. We're probably iron things out, and but I think it's what God wants me to do. Unless something happens tomorrow, maybe I'll tell you another story. But I'll meet with them tomorrow, finalize everything. But I'm sure, once everything's finalized, then I'll let y'all know where I'll be and let you know, give you the name of the restaurant and all that kind of stuff too.
That's dope, actually.
Yeah, we coming up.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'll work on it, man. And I got an interview on Friday, so I don't know. We'll see how things go tomorrow because I might not go to my interview on Friday. I'm gonna pray and let God tell me what I need to do. If I need to go, because I'm on the last step for that job. But it's whatever God wants me to do, man. I'm whatever He wants to do. But I feel like this job is, what I've been fighting. So. Because I feel like God is doing, because I feel like the other job is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like God is like, yeah, nah, dog, you gonna do what I want you to do. You know what I'm saying? So, it is how it works, man.
Yeah, it's always good to be somewhere you want it and somewhere you want to be. So you leaving a place you ain't want to be, you ain't gotta work, man. Fuck this. You somewhere you actually want to be. And Kenny can get them donations now. We back, Kenny. Beast back working.
I hear you. Now I gotta send it to Brenda first.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta get back to my $5.
Yeah,
$5 help a comedian get to Vegas to wait tables.
yeah.
Well, welcome.
Gotta check up on Brenda, man. Make sure our girl Brenda all right.
Yeah, she good. She had another show. I watched a little bit of it. She's doing some kind of like news content show.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, it was cool. It was, but it was all stuff that she, had on her thing. So it was cool though. I make jokes about Brenda, but I love Brenda dearly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take nothing. I don't mean none of this is. I make jokes about everyone. Anybody gets it, even fans understand. So if you ever take my jokes personal, that's you on your own. You know what I'm saying? That's you on your own. Nothing I say is personal. It's, if I feel it's funny, I'm gonna say it. So,
so be real.
but there is truth and just. You know what I'm saying? So if you getting upset, then you getting upset about the truth part of the joke more than the joke, in my opinion.
And be mad about it. Be mad.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
See, Trump getting off, his things changing for everybody, man. That's
hey, bro.
I like messing with. Hey, Beast, we've been talking about what to watch Wednesdays. What movies that we've seen that we think that they're not just a movie, but based on probably things that's happening in real life. You know how people say they put a lot of truth in the movies. What's some movies that you watch that you think that is some truth into it?
Limitless would be one.
Damn, none of us thought of Limitless.
Good about that.
Let me think. Limitless would definitely be one. Because I believe, like for instance, I'm sorry.
No, I was responding to a comment. My bad.
Yeah. Limitless is one because hey, look, we all can be honest here that we've all smoked weed, right?
Yeah.
And when I've smoked weed, and there's been parts of my brain that opened up that was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. So if you don't believe that, I don't believe that there's something else that you can take out here that really opens it up even further. You know what I'm saying? I definitely believe it's out there. And even people like Joe Rogan have talked about it. He said that it's out there. He was like, you take this stuff right here, you'll
DMT.
be
DMT.
Yeah. You'll be on a whole nother plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, one day I was so high, man. I looked at the sky. The sky looked totally different. Everything looked different. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at my car, and each one of my rims from a different angle looked way. I was like, why am I said somebody changed my rims? I was like, what the hell going on? I was like, somebody stole my rims and put different rims on. You see something totally different. So I believe that. What else? What else is that I can think of? What's your name? Just out of curiosity, what was some of the ones y'all named?
Man, we done named Avatar. They named John Q.
You said Severance. I
Roots.
I haven't watched Severance yet.
Yeah, you said Roots.
Yeah. Robot.
Yeah, iRobot.
Yeah, and everything.
Oh yeah. iRobot was definitely good about stuff like that.
That Limitless, well, I'm shocked I ain't think of that one because my boy one day was like, "You ever take an Adderall?" And I was like, "What the fuck is Adderall?" He's like, "Man, help you get you energy, get you through the day."
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Man," he's like, "Man, I'm telling you, they help you, man, because I know you tired, man." So I took it. Man, after I took it, I cleaned the whole house. I'm talking about I added 3 music videos, all the projects I needed to edit. After that, I went on a 50-game winning streak on 2K. I was like, what the hell is going on? Then he told me it had I heard it had I get the research and what it had in it. It was like cocaine or something else. I said, oh hell nah. I said, but that pill, man, it wakes you up. And I know now I understand why a lot of people, like rich people, be on them Adderalls hard, keep them going through the day. And they can pop one, they can get anything done. So I was like, shit, that is some shit out here. So he said he still smoke.
yeah. No, but yeah, man. But anyway, yeah, it's good times, brother. I'm I'm excited, but let me think. I'm still trying to think. I know I'll think about it as soon as we get off. Then I'll think of a million
sliding
movies.
Up, but it was so many movies named. I'm sliding back up, trying to see some other ones because some of them I didn't know. I ain't never seen. You know, Reese
American
was on
History
here.
X. Okay. I don't know if that was them telling you. Like I said, I'm trying to think of when it comes to slave movies, what was the most realistic slave movie to me? Oh, have y'all seen that one on what you call it? Oh, that was a good one too. What was the name of that one? It had it was a slave movie about that they still had slave plantations in Atlanta that people didn't know that slavery was over until until 1970. That people, and we talking about that's how the 19 in the
based
70s.
on a real movie.
Yeah, it was based on
that's
real.
Based on a real story.
Yeah, it was based on a real story, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's crazy that you would think that now in the 1970s people were still on slave
plantations. It ain't 12 years a slave, was it?
No. It was with Keke Palmer. It was it was with Keke Palmer on that one. But
let me see. Is there one called Alice? Alice?
That might be it. It was named for someone. It might have been Alice. Yeah. It might have been. I can't remember
exactly. Got a little
afro
on the cover.
Yeah, that's her then. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I gotta check that out.
That joint was good. But I mean, it's all a lot of movies are based on what's really going on. I mean, you watch something like Billions, is a great show that I watched that really gives you an out on how people with these are the people really controlling the world. You know what I'm saying? Controlling the things that happen, and the people that are making the people that are making that crazy money. I still believe that all the election, everything is bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Me
that
too.
If you believe that if I'm in the top 1%, I believe that the TV show American Idol was created based on on our election. Because if you believe that these people are going to spend millions and millions of dollars and leave it to your hands, your vote, to who they're going to pick to be the American Idol, then you are an idiot. You are an idiot. If you don't think that whole show is planned and scripted, once you get to the top 10, all of them have record deals. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nobody in there that don't know once you get to the top 10 of American Idol, and just like I'm saying, once you get to the presidential election and you get to these people who are the presidents, all of them have deals. All of them have deals to who's going to win, who's not going to win, why are you going to back them, and what you going to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody there is not aware of what's really going on. And I mean, you can see it now because they coming out now, in my opinion, with Trump. Trump is pulling back the curtain, in my opinion. And it's the greatest thing he can do. Because he got his puppet master right beside him.
You see him talking and everything.
Yeah. That nigga ain't hiding at all. He's standing right there as he's signing bills.
You seen his son said, "You're not really the president. Shut your mouth."
Yeah. So but people think it's just Trump. Shit, that was Obama too. That was Biden. That was all of them. That shit been happening for years. When movie actors started becoming president back in Reagan and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas ain't nothing but actors. You know what I'm saying? These people are on a plan. Everybody is on it. Once you start getting into that higher up, you are a part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Somebody told me that the president is nothing but a bus driver. He gets his route every day. He gets his route every day, and he drives the people to where they want them to go. That's it. He don't control nothing. He don't make no real decisions.
One that talk a lot. He that bus driver that can conversate with the people.
He come in there, pick you up, tell you what you want to tell.
He might run a light or two.
Where he wants you to go or whatever the case may be. He ain't making no decision. He don't know what his route is when he wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Man. I love Elon's son for saying that, but kids don't just say things; they say things that they heard. Yeah, so
100%.
He definitely heard that. But I tell everybody, election, man, is both sides of the wing. They just give you the freedom to feel like you part of something, like you really made it. But that's why it's called an election, not a selection. When you elect something, you picking from somebody else's selection. They pick. Oh, y'all pick between Maul, Trey, and Beast. Yeah. That means that's an election. You didn't get to choose Reese or anybody else. We making you choose between us three. That ain't freedom of choice.
The craziest thing is that it's right there for you to see because the Electoral College is the thing that picks it. But nobody knows where the Electoral College is and who selects the Electoral College. Who voted for them? You know what I'm saying? That's like me saying, Trey, hey, I'm gonna pay you $100,000 to be. You're gonna select. You're in charge of selecting the new manager, right? And then, and then if I'm paying you your salary, then I'm gonna tell you who to select. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, and then Trey goes, oh, you know what? I wanna vote for Kamala. I'm like, oh, well, you like your job? Yeah, well, you vote for Trump. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then if Trey goes no, guess what? Trey gets fired, and we just put another nigga there.
Yeah, he get canceled. He get fired from life.
Yeah, we put another nigga there. We don't need you there. If you ain't gonna do what we want you to do, we paying your salary. You know.
Yeah, real.
It makes sense.
That's the craziest thing to me. I'm like, yo, I was like, well, who's Electoral College? Let's go to there. Why don't they have a town meeting or anything like that? Who are these people? Yeah, who are these people and how were they selected? So anyway, but I feel like that's what the whole Matrix thing is set up. We in order for us to survive, we have to be given the illusion of free will. You know what I'm saying? They can't. The people that is up top can't actually show us what's going on. But I mean, they showing us. Trump is showing us.
Yeah, they showing a lot now.
Trump is the best thing that is going to ever happen to this country. But you got to remember, everything crumbles, man. Everything crumbles. Rome crumbled. Everything crumbles. So, if you think the United States is the greatest and we're this superpower and this, that, and other, guess what? Eventually, we're going to crumble. Eventually, the United States is going to crumble. And it's going to have to be rebuilt. It's going to have to be redone. So, I mean... that's just part of life, though, because everything can't be number one forever. Look at Drake. You know what I'm saying? What Drake has done is amazing. Drake has confused us to think that he is actually a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? You are a rapper until a rapper shows up.
And now,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now you're an R&B artist and you should stay there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the greatest thing you can do is, the whole Bentley conversation. Remember the Chrysler 300 came out. Everybody said it looked like a Bentley until a Bentley shows up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. Everything, the greatest thing you can do is convince somebody something until it actually shows up. So. But everything that's number one always fails. Name something that's been number one forever.
Right.
It's not. There's no one. Even Michael Jordan, even whoever, greatest. There's still arguments until then. Records are gonna be broken. Nations are gonna fail. You know what I'm saying? Some of the greatest nations. China was a great nation. Rome was a great. Every great nation has failed. Even what's your boy Molly? You say you like from Germany that took all that shit over. He still failed. Hitler. You know what I'm saying? Hitler. He became great. Guess what? He still failed. Everybody still fails. Everything is going to fail. So if you think the United States is going to be a superpower forever, it's not going to be. And we're the baby nation. You look at it this way: the United States is the baby nation of all the nations. We're the baby.
Yeah,
You
we
know what
let
I'm
them
saying?
tell it. We ain't
Yeah.
been here long, but
We
we powerful.
we
You know.
ran from Great Britain. Oh, well, not we, but they ran from Great Britain and created this nation. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We the
Don't you-
baby nation. Look at Africa. Africa, Egypt was a great nation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's just rubble. we just see the pyramids. You know,
Mhm.
and it was a great nation for hundreds and hundreds of years. Rome,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
still look it up.
Rome.
Rome was great. There was nobody that could beat Rome. You know what I'm saying? China was great. There was nobody at some point in time that could beat China. Guess what? Now we just talk about it in history books. Guess what? United States is going to be the same fucking way.
Right.
in 200 years, they're going to talk about the United States as if it was a relic. We're going to go see the Empire State Building. It looks like shit. You know, we're going to see half of New York will be in the what's called. They're talking about California is going to get washed up. It was the greatest movie capital of the world. Now it's underwater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all going to happen. Like, don't think it's not, man. It is. So, you know, if you want to put all your eggs into this nation, and it's so great, I'm so proud, all this other kind of shit, everything fails, dog. It's all going to fail. So, you know, be the best version of yourself for as long as you can. Enjoy life, travel, go do things that you've always wanted to do. Invest in your children and generational wealth. That's what it all matters. If you're sitting here hooked up and invested so much into this government, you're just like what Jay-Z said, because you're talking about people predicting things, right? You're just like what Jay-Z said, nigga. You are representing property you don't own.
Dying.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you dying for a block that don't belong to you. And that's how I feel about these Trump supporters. That's how I feel about these Democrats. That's how I'm like, you dying for a block that don't give a fuck about you. Like, they don't. You know what I'm saying? You know what
And that's both sides. That means we
both
divided.
sides.
You know, that's the
it's both
goal, to
sides.
keep us divided, you know.
Yeah,
So it don't matter who win, it's
Hey,
gonna
man.
be half of people ain't vote for that. So they gonna be pissed off. And then the other side who voted, they gonna be happy. Then the next election is always, as long as there's two sides, it's gonna be half of the country displeased because they candidate didn't win. But I think that's the goal. Keep us divided, keep naming different places. We were just talking about that. These invisible lines, Africa, America. No, it's like that's just made up names to keep us divided. You can't go over. It's one world. That's what it is. One world. And then people starting to say, "We own this. I own this. This mine. Y'all can't come in. If you come here, you need this thing they call a passport." And all them things then existed at one point. You know. So I'm right. I think, yeah, all this shit gonna crumble. You know, because they doing too much. You know, they people not really free. And eventually we'll be set free. Hopefully when they do rebuild it, they rebuild it a lot different. Don't come up with all these weird, crazy, dividing things that we vote for this president. Nah, they ain't doing none of that. Or this bloodline stay in charge. It's just weird to me. And people really get caught up into a lot of those things. It don't matter what party you vote for. It's just as long as you vote, as long as you playing the game. That's why Kendrick kept playing the game. Y'all playing the game. Samuel, you going the wrong way. You doing this, he's saying the same thing. If people ain't out here, if you're not voting, you ain't playing the game. They don't like people like Kendrick. They don't like people who don't vote, who go against the system, who talk against the system because you're not willing to play the game. But it's people out here playing the game that's living life, and they okay with that, and I'm okay with them doing it, you know. So it's like, just pick or choose. You can't play the game and then complain about it. You gotta figure out how the game work. You know, once you figure out how it works, find a loophole in it. You know, but
here's the thing for me, Molly. I went to Indonesia in April. It changed my life, man. It changed my life because it made me realize that there is so much more out here that we are not being told. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, if you look in a history book and look at Africa, they want to convince you that it's still savages, that we're still out there, you know, there's still people eating brains or doing this stuff like that. When there's parts of Africa
out there.
There's parts of Africa that will make America look like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go to, like, it's crazy.
to me that you go to Africa, they're playing videos of Detroit talking about give 25 cents to help America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's nuts to me, and people don't understand that is real. You know what I'm saying? There's parts of Africa, and we're doing the same thing. They're showing videos of kids with flies on their face and shit like that. And I'm not saying there's not poverty in Africa, but there's poverty here too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? LA is the entertainment capital of the world and has one of the biggest homeless problems in our country. You know what I'm saying? Detroit, there's people in Detroit still ain't got water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they saying help Americans drink the same wells they talking about digging in Africa, the same wells they talking about digging in Detroit when you in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy to me that you know people gotta wake up and see what's really going on here. Like the more naive we are, the more they're being successful at what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And you watch these movies and things like that, like you know, just believe it or not, Wakanda is real. There is a fully smart city. And even Akon is developing a fully functional city in Africa that is dependent on nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's a place in Asia that is completely a smart city where, dude, they have their trash. When you go out and take your trash, you take your trash to a bin. The bin has a tube and it sucks the trash and takes it to the damn dump.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You recycle, and the place is completely clean. I went to Qatar. They're rebuilding that. That's going to be the new Dubai. There's security cameras everywhere, and there was absolutely no trash. Zero. There was no one sleeping on the streets. There is no one. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm talking about. No, when I say there's no trash, these streets are spotless. It's amazing. I went to a what's it called, a market, and you go to like Eastern Market and all this. That shit's garbage. You know, it's trash. This joint was spotless, spotless. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about there wasn't one cup on the ground, one piece of paper. And this is a market, an open air market. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there's so much out here that we're not seeing as a people in the culture. And the United States wants to keep you blind. They want to keep you to think that these other places and other cultures are behind. We're behind. You know what I'm saying? We're behind. These guys are doing things that are amazing. You go to, like, for instance, they talk about Dubai. You go to Dubai. Do you understand that the police are driving Lamborghinis?
Yeah, I have.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my niece who's a teacher did 6 months in Dubai. It was more than 6 months, but she did a program in Dubai teaching their kindergarten students English. They paid her $30,000 a month.
That's
for her to be there and teach them kids English. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there's so much more to this world. I want to tell everybody, go out and experience it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go out and experience what's really going on out here, and don't believe. We already know you can't believe what you're being taught in school. You know what I'm saying? If you believe American history, then you're a fool. So, you know, don't go out and believe it. We already know that everything in this country was stolen. You know what I'm saying? It was stolen. It was rewritten. All our artifacts were stolen. You know what I'm saying? So,
we're not born there.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway.
Kwani. What up, Kwani?
Just please follow their rules. Don't worry. Yeah, you get your ass locked up for sure.
ASAP.
For sure, while you out
need
there.
America then. You be calling America after that. Hey, I need my country to let me in.
Right. But I mean, I was there. It was beautiful. Let me tell you
They
something.
good
There's so much
people
out
out
there.
there, man.
Yeah, they ain't
They
trying to
love
lock
you.
you up.
They
but
know you ain't from there. They gonna try to finesse you though. Them tours try to do anything for you for a couple of dollars. What you need? Grab your bags, all that. But
No,
they
but
not.
look, Doug. When I was in Bali, man. I went to this dude. We had this dude, man. He was the greatest dude on earth. There was no finessing. He was there trying to help us in any way possible. And a lot of their culture is about help. Like I was in the store. I went to a mall, right? I was in a mall, and I was in Lego. It was the Lego store, right? In the mall, and the lady was following me. And the first thing I thought was, I was like, really out here? I'm black, so she following me? I was like, that's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Turns out all she wanted to do was give me a bag because I didn't have a bag in my hand to put the stuff in. Because over there, you take the bag and you put the stuff in the bag, then you take it to the whatchamacallit.
Yeah, you
take it there. But I didn't know that. I'm just walking around looking, and she's following me with the bag. So as soon as I grab some, she comes walking up to me and gives me the bag. And then I was like, but I didn't know that. I thought she was just following me. I was like, this is crazy.
At least you didn't turn around and show your ass or nothing.
Yeah. I didn't care. I wasn't gonna steal shit. So I was just like, that's weird. But yeah, as soon as she gave me the bag, the bitch disappeared. You know what I'm saying? But
you should have said that nice, lovely lady disappeared.
Yeah. But then I didn't understand it. But then the same thing kept on happening when I went into the stores because I didn't understand it. Then finally I realized that's the cause. They just want to help. You know what I'm saying? Like the greatest thing the dude told me was there's 30 people that want your job. He was like, here in this country, there's 30, and where I am, even in my position, and this dude was nothing. He was basically my Uber driver. And he was like, yeah, if I call out to work, they got 30 people who want to do my job. That's how in-demand jobs are here. So people overdo their job because they want to keep their job. Because there's 30 other people that would take their job. It isn't like here in America where we're searching. Nah, everybody, he was like, my cousin will take my job. You know what I'm saying? My family, every jobs are hard to get here. Yes. So everybody does their job. You know what I'm saying? They want to help you. They want to, because that is job security and food for their family. Unlike here, we take advantage. We sit there and take advantage of our jobs or this, that, and the other. And, but there's 30 people that want to take the crappy job of giving a bag to a dude who's walking around a joint. There's 30 people that will take that job today, right now.
Right.
So you got to look at it that way. So anyway,
especially with tours, man. Yeah, you be giving them a little $5-10. That's a lot of money in some places. Some places you can't tip, like Japan and China. Like it's rude to tip. I say, damn, that's crazy. I need to go there then. I be tipping everywhere.
The dude was trying to give me my money back.
Oh shit.
He was like, no, this is too much. And I was like, what do you mean? Because he helped my wife. My wife, we got off the plane, and my wife, she has bad ankles. And we had walked the last two because we went to Qatar and then we went to Bali. My wife got bad ankles. So she was hurting, and they brought her a wheelchair. So when they brought her a wheelchair, the dude, now we're in Indonesia, don't speak the language. But this dude, he did speak the language. And he was like, oh, you need, because my wife had her international passport. I had a passport, but I needed to get there's something else. Because even if you have a passport, doesn't mean they'll let you in the country. You got to get a visa. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
So I had to get a temporary visa in order to stay. So because she had the wheelchair, he just wheeled us through the junk. We ain't standing none of the lines, none of the joint. He just wheeled us through the joint, got my visa, got her stuff. We wheeled around everybody. Got around the airport. The person who was supposed to pick us up wasn't there. He got us a cab. Got us a new joint, talked to the cab driver, made sure he knew where we was going, everything was good, blah, blah, blah. And I just got the money changed. So, but I only got $100 in cash change, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the visa and everything was $70 of American to get everything done.
Okay.
So then I only had $30 of American. So to me, I'm like, well, shit, $30, shit. I'm gonna give you 30. Nigga, you got us through this whole shit, got me on the cab, did all this other kind of stuff. $30 to tip someone is not, to me, is not a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's just that, you know, you go to what you call it, get $100 worth of food, you tipping 20.
Yeah.
This nigga just saved my wife's ankle, saved my life, got us through the whole thing, blah, 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 got us a cab, did all that shit, $30 here. And I handed it to him, and he was like, no. He put his hands up and everything, like I was holding him hostage. And I'm like, no, take the money. Later on, I found out that was half of a week's salary I handed him.
Hell yeah. That's a good job to have.
You know what I'm saying? What I handed him was half of his week's salary. Later on, I found that out.
Damn.
And that, to me, that's nothing. $30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
$30. That's $30 is that's cut. Wow.
Yeah, $30.
Was Panama, crazy. They was finessing. I said, these niggas keep. He was like, you smoke? You smoke? I'm like, yeah. Like, you want? I'm like, yeah. He gonna get something for me. He been riding me around everywhere. I've been giving him little dollars here and there. I gave him $20. He came back with like a little dime bag here in America. I'm like, damn, I thought it'd be different here. He like, nah, that's $20. Da. So my boy that was with us and shit, he like, hey, I got another dude. He better grab me some. He ain't get back yet. I was like, oh, all right. You know how much you give me? Like $10. So shit, he ain't gonna barely get nothing. He came back with a big ass brick. I was like, what the fuck? I said, hold up, how you get up? I said, this nigga was finessing, man. But that shit was terrible. It was the worst shit ever. I was like, y'all can have it. Like, that's how bad it was. I ended up letting them have it. And my boy like, we don't even want it. We just not gonna smoke the whole trip. It wasn't worth it. I'd encourage people to travel though. America got a lot more pyramids here than people know of though. I guess more pyramids here than in Egypt. You know, so it just weird. It's like why they be covering it up. Like before it was called America, it was like Morocco. They don't really speak on the history of Morocco, just like in the old cartoons or like when you watch Richard Pryor skits and shit, he talk about it and you're like, damn, I want to know a little more about Morocco, you know? Like, what was that about? Because it seemed like y'all always coming here. Everybody wanted this land for some reason. Now y'all trying to get us out of here. And shit, most people don't mind leaving. How y'all done destroyed it.
Well, if they erased our history, you think they're not trying to erase the history that was before us? Some of the slaves, you know? Shoot, they done destroyed our towns and made our towns invisible and not in history books. You know what I'm saying? Black Wall Street. You know that Central Park was a black city.
That was the town too. They turned it to a park.
Yeah,
they flooded a lot of black towns.
What is it? I think Hoover Dam was one too. You know what I'm saying? They built that dam and flooded all that, and they flooded a lot of it. In Missouri, they flooded that. Matter of fact, the part of I think it's the Mississippi River was flooded and turned so that it could destroy a black city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shit. If they got rid of us, imagine what was buried, all the pyramids and all the ancient artifacts and stuff that were buried even before that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and destroyed and burned and the Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West was exactly it. Wow, them niggas took whatever they wanted. If you had a gun, you could take whatever you want. And I feel like America's getting right back to that Wild Wild West. At some point in time in my opinion, the next few years, if you ain't got a gun, then you gonna be in problems. You gonna have some troubles.
That's why you better stay right to bear arms.
Yeah.
Don't let them take that away. That's scary because we only mostly feed each other as humans. It's like we need a gun to protect us from another one of us. That's the part we need to get away from.
Oh, there you go. I got another show, The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah,
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
I forgot about that.
The Walking Dead is zombie apocalypse. All this stuff happened, and guess who the most dangerous people are on the show? It ain't the zombies. It's the living people. The people who are living are the most dangerous people on the show. You know what I'm saying? The zombies are predictable. You know what the zombie brain, this, that, another, you shoot in the head is dead. The people who are alive are the people who are really the threat. The zombies are just like a bad weather storm. When they come through, they destroy shit, but they don't lie to you to your face and steal everything you got and murder you. You know what I'm saying?
They fighting over resources.
Yeah.
It's all about resources.
And then when you watch The Walking Dead, you realize that this joint ain't got nothing to do with zombies. Yep. Nothing. So, you know, that's another show for you that I watch and I love. But yeah, man, shoot.
A good show.
Yeah, it was good, but they made it last too long. The Walking Dead has got like 2 minutes, you know.
I stopped watching.
You watch like the first 5 seasons, you got the gist of it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get one buddy a spin-off.
Somebody got infected and you gotta unfortunately kill him and all y'all crying, you know, and
hey, yo. The Walking Dead, when that Bama had to kill his mother, man, I ain't gonna lie. I was in that junk crying like a mug, though. Carl, no.
But it shows you our mental state. Yeah. When you was talking about more than our mental state and survival, like you act when you don't have shit. Like you know,
his mom had the baby and died during the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the pregnancy, man, he pulled that gun out, blew her wig back so fast. I was
like, no hesitation.
Yo, I was like, God. I was walked out with the baby in his hand, didn't even look up. He was just walking out like that shit didn't even happen. I was like, God dang, gazam.
See, that wasn't her no more. Somebody else.
Yeah, I was like, yo. So I mean, you know, it had, but I mean, kids that grew up, had to grow up through that. That's just Tuesday. You had to shoot somebody in the head.
Yeah, for real.
You surviving during that time, you learn to do it. But yeah, man. I mean, what else?
Some virus they put out there though. You know, them zombie movies always start with some type of virus. You know, they can get passed on from one person to the next. It's like, oh man, they got some vaccine they gotta create
to cure it, the T virus and shit.
Yeah, good old Resident Evil.
Yeah, but what y'all think? I ain't hear nothing about vampires or werewolves. Like Underworld. Anybody watch Underworld? That joke was nice.
The damn. It was some sport that talked about the.
I watched Blade.
Yeah, my boy Blade. But it's really kids out here that can't come out in the sunlight. They had a special baseball game for them one year, and I was like, why they having a game at like 3, 4 in the morning? It was like dark outside, and it was like a special occasion. It was a lot of them. Like the stadium was filled. You'd have thought it'd been like one little session. Nah, it was everywhere. And I was like, what in the hell? And it was like they're allergic to sunlight. They only can come out at nighttime, and they want to enjoy a baseball game. So they set it up for them to watch a game, which I thought was nice. But then I thought about like vampires and shit. Like they can't come out. Like they not day walkers. Like what caused that in their gene to happen? You know. But that did make me think of like this with the where vampire probably came from. Was it people back in the day like that, and they just considered them probably vampires or demonic? Just like they did left-hand people. They thought left-hand people was weirdos. Like, that's crazy.
Kill them all.
We want to have Michael Vick be out here, boy.
Right.
Michael Vick. Lefty. Something demonic about that one.
Hey, I was somebody said that on some show about how many chefs died because the King's food taster had a food allergy.
Oh yeah.
It was like how many cooks died because he tasted the food, had a food allergy, and then that nigga died because of it.
And then you do something in
there. I don't know. That's probably why they came up with the person always got to test the King's food. Yeah, the tester to make sure ain't no poison in it before he.
What if he had a food allergy? Like
exactly. He ain't.
Next thing you know, he blow up and You like what?
He gonna kill both of them.
Yeah,
You ain't detect
exactly.
this shit. Nah, I just be like, so many people had to die to know what we can and can't eat, especially like what mushrooms we can eat. You know, I know at one point people was probably like babies out here, was eating any and everything, but eventually we started to realize this is good for us to eat this and that. But I'm like, it's probably a lot of people who died just trying shit.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Somebody got to die for somebody to know that it's a problem.
People die every day, B.
They were talking about it today. They say science. They got 100,000 kids strapped to something, testing them. It's for science. People be demonic though. They be mentally
Where
gone.
Reese at? What happened to Reese today? I'm sorry,
Reese
I'm
was
late.
down bad, man. She was in here with it earlier talking about the movies, but she wasn't on camera. She was off camera. She wasn't really feeling too good.
Her
Said
eyes
after the
still?
show, nah, her baddie. Yeah, old baddie. She probably ate something. Probably eating too many Slim Jims or something. She ain't telling us. I'm gonna bring her some sea moss. She blamed that trip though. She said that trip with David Green, he was coughing. So it sounds like she's saying Dave passed her there.
Right.
I blame David too.
Yeah, good nigga to blame.
Him too. Lee. What happened to Lee? Lee ain't been back still? She still doing her bullshit?
I ain't seen Lee. Ain't been back.
Come back, Lee. We still love you, girl.
I don't know where Lee at, man.
Boy. Come on,
I know
Lee,
I sent her the link.
I'll tell you, these women, boy. How Lee could be a dude who got the most estrogen out of all the motherfuckers? I don't understand that shit at all. She get all emotional about shit all the goddamn time, man.
It's the pregnancy, man. Let Lee have it.
Lee got her emotions all emotional. Poor baby girl. I still love you, Lee. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Anyway, man. But, good times, brothers. Good times.
Indeed.
Dave gave her the baddie. All right. David Green gave her the baddie. I don't even know what the baddie is. Is that from watching that stupid ass the show, The Baddies or whatever?
Yeah. And they say that's based on real life too.
The Baddies?
Yeah.
Man, that shit's so fake. All that shit written.
Yeah, they funny as shit.
Damn, Housewives. I can't watch none of that shit. I don't understand
I can't
how people watch.
I can't do it. I don't know what season they on, but they keep getting a new season, so people watching that shit. They like that drama.
I can't watch none of them fake dating joints either. The Bachelor, Love is Blind, all them joints too, man. I just can't, dog. It should be so dumb and shit like that, man.
It's so dumb and shit like that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I guess I put too much work into my marriage because these niggas just treating it like it ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like I was talking to my daughter this morning about that shit because my daughter gonna come in here and give me a lecture about daddy. I'm gonna be dating now and this, that, and the other. I need you to be calm. And I don't want you scaring them niggas off and this, that, and the other. And I looked at her, I said, look, you don't need to talk to me. You need to blame your grandfather. And she was like, what you mean by that? I was like, you realize I've been with your mother for damn near a quarter of a century. And that nigga still treat me like I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker is ready to replace me at any given moment. And I said, I'm a good husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, I treat his daughter great. And that nigga treats me like I ain't shit every day for the last 30 goddamn years. And I said, if you don't think I'm not gonna do the same shit to your husband, you lost your fucking mind. I can't wait.
My turn is coming.
To treat that nigga like he ain't shit. I can't wait.
Your little boyfriend gonna walk in there 6'8".
I won't give a fuck. I don't give nothing. I won't care at all. I'll shoot that nigga in his kneecap. My father-in-law come over here this joint and bring food for everybody in the house except for me.
Oh,
and
man.
Then go, oh, I didn't know you was home. Nigga, you didn't know none of these other people were home either. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I can't wait to treat that nigga like he ain't shit. I can't. I'm going to do it every day. And I said, you better warn him too, because if he think I don't give a shit if he a doctor. I don't give a shit if he a whatever. None of that. Nah, nigga, you know one. You know what you are. I'm gonna make sure to remind you at any given day. I will take my daughter back. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what her father does to me. Treats me like I'm talking about. I mean,
you gotta break the cycle, man. You gotta show Pops this how it supposed to been done, man.
No, sir. No, sir. I don't care. If that nigga play for the Commanders, I'll become an Eagles fan. That's
my
how
man.
I feel. That's how hard I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
if he played for the Commanders, I'm turning all my shit in. You know what I'm saying?
Wondering why Shorty keep going off against the Eagles. He got extra motivation and shit. Struggling with Pops at home.
Yeah, no bull. That'd be funny though.
Every time he play the Eagles.
I want to treat that nigga like he ain't nothing. I want to do the same thing. I don't care how much I like him. And yeah, man. I had to talk to him one day. Because this was a long time ago. But Vicky went over there, got mad at me and left, right? And went to the house, went back to her father's house and shit like that. And so I called him. I was like, "Yo, why you ain't call me?" I was like, "Why you ain't call me and ask me why your daughter home?" And he was like, "Oh, I know. I ain't want to get in the middle of that shit." I was like, "Nigga, you get in the middle any other time."
Right.
I was like, you get in the middle any other time, but I want to know why you ain't call me. Right. And then he was like, I was like, look, I understand that it's your daughter, but you know, I was like, but we married. So you need to send her ass home.
Right.
Like, you need to send her ass back. And he was like, well, you know, blah, blah, blah. This. I was like, nah, fuck that. Nah. I was like, you man, I'm a man. We gonna talk for it. I need you to send my wife back here.
Yeah, for real.
And he sent her ass back too. He did send her back. And I was like, yeah, if she ever pop up over there, you better call me from now on. And he agreed, you know what I'm saying? He's a good guy, but he still treat me like shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you better send her ass back. Ain't no hiding from me, nigga. I married her. You better send my wife home.
Yeah.
Don't be letting her. She ain't got no safe place. Fuck that.
That's like on Guess Who. You had to go over there and perform, put on a dance like Bernie Mac, Ashton Kutcher. He went there to get his wife. He's like, "Come on, baby, we're going back home, baby."
Don't be playing with me, man. You know, because it was her. You know, between me and you. I hope she ain't listen, but I'll be honest. It was her fucking fault. It wasn't mine. I ain't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying?
What LA say, Beast always right.
Yeah, there you go. I ain't do nothing wrong. She just didn't like my answer. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta tell your woman no. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta be the person to be like, nah, babe, that ain't happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And shoot, sometimes they don't like that shit. That's all it was.
Yeah. Pops always say yeah. Now you got saying no.
100%.
It's confused. Like, damn, Pops never told me 100%. No.
Nah, but we worked that out and broke that cycle. She ain't never ran to that nigga again. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit do that. She thought because that nigga always made. I was like, nah, I went and told him. I was like, nah, you better send my wife home. You know what I'm saying? Find out I was like, did you even ask her what happened? He like, no. I was like, well, maybe you should ask her. Maybe she would. I said, once you ask her, send her ass back home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sure enough.
Oh no, go home.
Sure enough, by the end of the day, her ass was all the way back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shit. Like, yo, but you know.
That's good, man, because baby girl might come back home to you. And you might get that call, you know.
Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't let that happen. If my daughter get married, then nah, I'd never do that. That would be something I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I learned that. I knew that. I know how that felt. You know what I'm saying? That's different. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That's different right there. Yeah, you ain't come running me. No, you married that nigga. You better go face him. You better go face him. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's your especially if it's your fault. I show proof my wife here. That's how I can show you proof. Yeah,
she's back.
Yeah, she here, ain't she? Hey, LA, before you give me judgment, you make sure you call your wife before you picking up people and taking them to get their nails done and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be coming over here telling me show proof.
Oh yeah,
Nigga,
LA.
you show proof. You show proof that your
Oh
wife
yeah,
still there.
what?
You know
Nigga,
what I'm
pull up,
saying?
man. Hope we get a haircut and everything. We pull up. I'm trying to see the bar. Who the best barber in the city, man?
You know what I'm saying? You show me proof that you got your shit in order. I want to know how much ass you was eating last week.
You still eating.
And you still eating ass, huh? Yeah. Meanwhile, Shaquan back at home now, sitting there with her nails. So like, that was the best nail shop I ever been to. Good Lord.
Oh, she got her nails done down there.
Yeah. LA took her, and then his wife, LA took Shaquan. You ain't hear that story?
Oh, she need her nail. Nah,
LA took Shaquan to get her nails done and didn't tell his wife, took Shaquan to his wife's nail salon. And so he's sitting there with his feet. Okay. He's sitting there with his feet in the joint, getting his feet done. Shaquan sitting next to him, getting her nails done, and his wife come walking in there. All right, because Mei Ling had called her ass.
Oh, Mei Ling.
It was like, yo, she was like, hey, this your husband? This your husband right here in picture with her. With her, you need to come down here. Yeah, his wife came down there, had a bat in hand and everything. So, you know.
Man. That was a misunderstanding, huh?
Yeah,
LA almost got killed.
Yeah, LA was in that jump stuttering, baby, I'm sorry, baby. No, it's not what it looked like, baby.
And you still managed to have a great show, boy. You vicious. You still managed to put on a good show. You vicious, boy.
Yeah, and the day after Valentine's Day, so you know that's Side Chick Wednesday.
He telling me next to me working.
You know he took it a day, and he took it a day after Valentine's Day, so it was Saturday.
He funny as shit.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, all right. Show the proof, LA. Show the proof. Yeah. Nah, let me leave LA Josh alone, man. That's
boy, that shit. They done risked their life to get down there with you, LA. That's funny, man. Said it took them 7 hours to get up there. Ride through the snow.
I don't know if I get in the car with Funny Man. His history ain't good enough for me.
Reese yelling in his ear.
Damn sure. I roll with Reese with Gwen, Reese, and them. I damn sure know better to put Reese in the front seat too. You gotta put her in the back. Yeah, if you can put her in the trunk, put her in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? You know, Reese ass she in the car. Every time, anytime. Anything happen and she got
Reese, you do that with me, girl. I'll take you on a joyride. You want to be scared? I'm gonna scare your ass.
I'm making a U-turn.
Slow down, no. I'm speed up.
Back in the house. I can't put it.
That's how you get rid of that. People like to do that. Oh, you gonna do that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't get in the car with Molly.
I appreciate it. It's all right, LA. We got a snowstorm coming this week. We're gonna need you to come down here, man. Put on a show.
Okay. I'm talking about. Nah, I'm trying to get down to Roanoke. I'm gonna go down there and check out LA one time. Get down to Roanoke, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get down there. Y'all got Airbnbs out there, LA?
Yeah, they got Airbnbs. Yeah, you find
I
Airbnb
ain't sure.
anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, man.
I don't think Riri gonna pop back in. If not, we'll be back on Tall Tale Thursday. He said it's snowing here. God damn.
Man.
Y'all can have that snow.
Yeah, for real though.
That fake snow, man. Damn, it's snowing. Fuck.
It's snowing right now?
Yeah.
Let me see.
It is snowing.
I was about to say, damn, at least it ain't snowing here. Yeah, it's snowing.
Yeah, I mean, it was doing that lightly earlier.
God damn, LA. Y'all keep bringing this snow, man. This man-made snow. I'm about to go out there and catch some of it. Catch a
I'm about to go
bucket
find
full.
something to eat.
Get you a vegan, some vegan
Higher,
burgers,
higher,
man.
higher. Nah, man. Man, I had bacon last night.
Oh man. Stay
Better
away
believe
from
it.
the pigs.
Uh,
Them God animals, y'all.
I said I
God
was gonna cook
creatures.
some chicken. I said I was gonna cook some chicken today, but I don't know. I ain't going outside. I wanted to cook it on the grill, but I ain't doing it with this if it's snowing outside.
Yeah, that's the best time, man. You do it live out there cooking on the grill in the snow. I
Nah, I
wouldn't do it.
ain't in that mood right now. I don't know. Might talk my daughter into frying it or something.
Shoot, man. We better get out of here, man. Trey, Beast, one of y'all, whoever wants to start getting some good energy, something positive to leave with today before we get up out of here.
Check out I'll be on the show tonight with Chef Dennis. It's not Who's Cooking with Chef Dennis podcast anymore. He changed it. It's to the From the Battle to the Glory podcast is what it's called now. Faith-based podcast. Come check it out. It's good times. We have a good time on the LA Josh Preston. Check it out. You can see Miss T. That was the one that watched your podcast and was like, it was, definitely hilarious. Tomorrow, I think I'm not busy tomorrow. LA, if you're gonna be on it tomorrow, if you're doing yours on Thursday, I'll hop back in there and hang out with you for a little bit, if I can. And then we on a break right now with Dad Mentality, but you definitely can go on Dad Mentality and watch I'll broadcast all these shows as well. And follow me. I need to get my likes and everything up this year. That's part of my goal. So follow me on Dad Mentality podcast, Dad_mentality on all things. And and have a good time. So that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Still waiting on Trey to start his so I can jump on his joint.
Yeah,
God.
I'm getting to it soon.
Oh wow, thank you. Yeah.
Right now, but I don't know. I'm excited to continue to have the conversations that I'm having with people. I'm like open myself up to like more dialogue with people instead of like I don't want to use social media if I'm not really talking to people. I don't really want to post shit just for people to look at it and all of that type of stuff. So I've been any like little opportunity somebody comment on a post or story or I just see things to chime into. I'm starting to put my energy out there a little bit more. So I met a few people and I had Miss Trina that was asking me to grow some like some Brussels sprouts and tomatoes and stuff for her. So like as the season comes along, I'm gonna start asking people that I know or people that are interested in things that they would like to be grown so I can just pass it out. So I can expand on my knowledge with my planting and stuff like that. But
I always love fresh tomatoes, man. I used to eat tomatoes right off the vine when my dad had fresh tomatoes in the side of the house, man.
Does it matter kind or
me? I prefer the big tomato. What are they called? I'm trying to remember what they called. It's the name for them. Well, I want to say it starts with a B or something like that, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But have you ever had the now they're named after a cereal. It's a cereal name one, but they're yellow. They're yellow opposed to being. I don't know if they're genetically made that way though. Okay. But they're yellow. They're like called. I don't know why I want to say Cocoa Crisp, but it's some kind of. There's some kind of tomato that's yellow that's really good. I can't remember the name of it now though. But anyway, it's some kind of yeah. So anyway,
yeah. I mean, as the season is coming along, she just seen one of my stories or what I was asking about. We was talking about her house and stuff like that, and I'm got some stuff going that I'm bringing into season so I can start because you have a lot of stuff you can clone and like continue with. You ain't gotta like replant it and all that type of stuff. So I just want to expand on my knowledge and keep passing out stuff. So that's all. That's all that's going on.
I still gotta get some more sea moss, Molly, man.
I just made
meet up with
lemonade and tea and half the gel will be ready tomorrow. And yeah, I gotta get that over there to Reese.
Where you staying at, man? You back at where you was at before? Or you still at
I'm in
the studio all the time?
Nah, I'm in the Southeast right now. South Ward 8.
I had to
He
get
say,
out there.
if you like music, check out the Woo. Yeah, you like music,
Yeah.
check out the Woo, man. DJ Slicky on 24/7. Only time he take a break when he come and watch the show. Man, Slicky be on it, man. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you feel better, Riri. Lee, man, get back with us, Lee. Let us know you doing all right. JoJo, baby, the whole crew. We'll catch y'all tomorrow.
All right.
How that joint start from right there, though?
I
Yeah, start that joint from the beginning. You can't.
I hear it.
I got a new phone. I just can't hear it no more.
Yeah, it do that on iPhones for some reason. Like you gotta leave out and bounce back in for some reason. Then it work. Like you don't hear it right now?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think
I hear it.
kids. That's how I know it's playing, but it's solid. It's just our voices.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouting. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. Fumble trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Needing me time. We out.